Hello, 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 and welcome to Trust and Glass. Thank you very much for joining us for this evening of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Tom, and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. We are thrilled to be streaming here at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. Now, Trust and Glass is a sequel to my previous campaign of Crash and Burn. It concerns the Gatecrashers, those heroes of the multiverse. When all looks that it's going to fall apart, in comes a gatecrasher to save the day. Apart from what happens when they don't. Now the multiverse is at risk and is falling apart, and it's up to 4 heroes to try and save us all. For those of you who are new to Dungeons and Dragons, everyone here is playing a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. The 4 players each have a unique character, with sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, what their deepest, darkest secrets are, and what dice to roll. What dice are they rolling? Why, it will be the D20. How does that work? Well, a 20, why, that's the sort of thing that they sing of in the taverns, and a 1, well, they sing slightly different songs about natural ones. Now, while they're playing their characters, everything else in this multi-universe is played by me, be it people, monsters, weather patterns, multiversional versions of the player characters. It all makes sense when you see it. So besides me describing things and the players describing what they want to do, and there's a few dice rolls to keep things interesting, we would tell our story. Now, let us meet all the players and then have a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he/him pronouns, and I am playing Georgie, who also uses he/him pronouns. Now, I know what you're thinking. We know that there is a Georgie in this universe already, but this is not that Georgie. No, he is in fact younger. Georgie the Younger is from an alternate dimension in which, while old Georgie decided that he didn't want anything to do with his parents, he was an orphan and he was just going to leave it that way, went off to work at the theatre. Well, this Georgie obsessed over it, could not let things lie, and went out into the world to explore. Actually managed to track down the last known whereabouts of his parents to a domain of dread. But maybe I'll leave what happens in the rest of that to find out later.
Hi, I'm Talia, she, her pronouns, and I am slightly bucking the trend. I am playing Faerun, he, they, unknown to the Roll Together universe, but previously and beloved known to myself. They are a lovely, sweet wood elf bembo from the Feywild, and they are here to, as a multiverse traveler, here for fun and good times, and to see what adventure they can go. And, I guess, save the world as they're doing it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josh, and I will be playing Jack. We both use he, him pronouns. Now, with Jack, you have to ask yourself, what would happen if Jakarth had never come to Neverwinter, had never met his friends, had been continuously experimented on to the point of becoming almost draconic in himself? He's now been recruited and somehow is seen as a hero. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Nora. Listen up, assholes. I have many names. My friends call me Tony, but you can call me Her Royal Highness El Bandito. I love cheesecakes, romantic walks in the autumn forest, and the smell of napalm in the morning. Look, I've saved the multiverse once or twice, no biggie. Oh, and I'm played by this gal called Nat. Yeah, that one again. So come and see what happens.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check their entire selection, and if you put !dice in chat, you can enter a raffle with a chance to win a set of Phoenix Dice of your own.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a cross-platform Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, games, and live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Oh, there's also a code in the overlay below. Enter it in-game and you'll get yourself a delicious free Electrum chest.
Check out our amazing supporters at Elderwood Academy, who make beautifully crafted gaming-themed accessories, including spell book deck boxes, disguised as ancient arcane tomes, hex chest dice boxes and scrolls, and codex dice towers and rolling tray pairings. You can make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can join for as little as one of your local currencies by following the link in chat or in the description below. Our D20 Club are the best. They have created a fan Discord for us, as well as a wiki page to help us keep track of all of the Roll Together stories. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
We are happy to be using Hero Forge and their fully customizable tabletop minis, which you can see on our overlays. So go check them out at heroforge.com.
We will be using D&D Beyond during our games. You can check out our character sheets with exclamation mark character in the Twitch chat below.
You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok by searching Roll Together RPG, or by following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and want to see our previous adventures, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or on your favourite podcasting app by searching for Roll Together RPG.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
Now, with all that said, let's begin. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to episode 3 of Trust and Glass. And if you are watching this on the night it is streaming, it is Goose Night, the night before Halloween. And so I put out a missive. I said, players, there's nothing we like more than having a little bit of a dress up. No one got the missive. But it turns out we're all dressed up anyway. So, as we quickly go round, I am playing my own character, basically my own DM PC. I am Gatecrasher with a representative of a snake, which, as we know in the last episode, is currently wearing a flower crown. We have Sean, who has come as Georgie. As I said, Sean is giving off the air of a child who has been forced to go trick-or-treating and is currently dressed as a robot in a box and just clanking. So we have Georgie. We have Nat as Tony. It's that. Talia as Karen. Talia, who's actually gone to a bit more. Talia, do you mind standing up and showing us the full costume?
It's both unnecessary but impressive. But even though it's unnecessary, we're all pleased that it's happened.
Absolutely.
It's literally just random stuff under my bed.
Well, that's the best way of doing these things, where you're just like, I just found. I mean, yeah. I was saying to the others, I've just got a table of basically junk I've got from doing Roll Together, where I'm like, hey, you never know when you need a puppet or a wig or a fox mask. You have it together. And Josh...
Well, one day I'm going to have a use for those Thomas sideburns again.
Next character. Or maybe we do like a magic surgeon and Tony suddenly gains sideburns. And Josh, who inadvertently is cosplaying as the NPC who is currently with the characters. But is very, very stylish. Yes, so just making faces at me now, Josh. Okay, folks.
That or this version of Jakarth absorbed a were-rabbit version of himself at some point, and instead of the werewolf ears, the rabbit ears have come through.
Speak not of the were-rabbit. Terrified. Eats all the carrots in the Feywild. Anyway, so last time in this little ongoing saga, our heroes ended up in a world which had been ravaged by the death of the god of death, Clemvor, murdered by a being that had pulled themselves out of the hells and decapitated the god. The undead ruled the land, including a werewolf version of Jakarth, who had been powered up by the supposedly the big bad of this ongoing campaign, Broken Glass. There was fighting of zombie hordes. There was introductions of my own characters again, because I'm a narcissist. There was a duel between two versions of Jakarth in which old Georgie sat in a chair and had a lovely cup of tea, which I just love. Everyone else and Georgie's like, I know, I'll deal with that when it's resolved. The party worked out that the Broken Glass, escorted by a snake-looking woman, had travelled to another realm. It turns out that's the Fey realm. But before travelling, there was examination of Karen's big eyes, and which a voice from the void spoke to Tony. Jakarth started taking on more dog-like attributes, and Georgie crept off into the woods, in which Gatecrasher communicated with her friend, Fall of Light Snow, and it all seems a little bit perilous. Folks, there's a lot of quote marks in this game. Heroes, friends.
Oh, now that's rude. We are very big heroes.
Yeah, big damn heroes.
Survivors.
Wait, I'm in the wrong party.
Yeah. Hey, now you've got dog. What was it? Rover? We called? Yeah, for a dog Jakarth. Yes, maybe that will calm you down a bit. Less of the. You're not too much of a murder hobo. You're just very particular. Just versions of yourself. Yes, so the party has ended up in the Feywild, where they were surprised to see a Harrigan, or rabbit folk, who actually turns out to be a jackalope. They have antlers, and was very polite and said, hello, welcome. By the way, you're all under arrest and under the orders of the Autumn Court and Her Royal Majesty, Sturshka. So, we are now in that, the rabbit folk. I'm going to take the sunglasses off, folks. Don't turn into porcelain. Hello. And that is the party. I'm afraid we're all done. Okay. Surprise, folks! It was me, Tom, the entire time.
I honestly thought we were going to do to see who stayed as a statue the longest. Half an hour of the show.
I was.
Yeah.
Find everything
For April Fools, when we do this again, and it's going to be 3 hours of how long can we just hold a pose.
I might just freeze frame everybody's faces and just extend it for half an hour.
Just 3 hours of the outtakes. Oh, we deleted the wrong bits.
I sit there and I'm like, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. You're gonna just work your way. I'm just gonna do some emails. Anyway, yes, you
great expectations for that now, Tom.
Wait, I didn't get my boo card out. I'm not prepared for this at all.
Oh no, the fancy
There we go.
Don't you oob me! How dare you!
We didn't think it was that kind of stream, team, but here we are.
Turns out.
Pure chaos.
Pure chaos here in the Feywild. Who would have thunk? Yes, you've all arrived for the teleportation through the portal made by Gatecrasher's key. As I said, there is a jackalope stand there wearing light armor of the Autumn Court, which is the coppery brown leaves, sort of tabard, just sort of smiling politely, and then sort of like gestures for you to be escorted out. We're also having to point out that Karen is currently dressed in Summer Court armor, which has been noticed. But it doesn't seem a problem. He's like, yep, that certainly is a thing.
I think in response to the jackalope, Tony will just immediately be like, huh? Oh, yes, exactly. Sturshka of the Autumn Court. Oh my goodness, my accent has just completely left me.
I almost like to think this is in Welsh. You're like,
Who am I? Yes, Sturshka of the Autumn Court. We have been expecting her. Please announce her arrival to us.
Tilt of the head. Oh, right, okay. So are you envoys or?
Yes.
No, you're. Oh, amazing. Okay. Make a persuasion roll.
Sure thing.
Certainly,
Sure.
envoy us of your horns.
Oh, thank you. I agree with them myself.
That's a whole 7.
Just like to, I see what you're trying to do here, but I'm afraid that's no, no, little one. You're technically my prisoners, and so I mean, you still get the protection of the court and everything. You're not going to have any danger, but if you would kind of, well, you still want to. You're saying you want to talk to Her Majesty, though?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you're prisoners, but we can go try and see if she...
Sure. You can say we're prisoners. Well, just point us in the right direction.
Points to the tree behind him.
Are we handcuffed or anything?
No.
Oh, good.
You just arrived, and it was the sort of thing that you landed, looked up, and there's just the jackalope who's just sort of standing there, like, big, happy, seems like happy fellow, just...
Hill?
Well, in that case, please proceed and announce our arrival.
Right. What's your names?
Oh, well.
You're clever enough to know not to do this.
Yeah, no. For those, there's a small, there's the mischievous grin of a trickster.
Well, I am Her Royal Highness El Bandito.
Good.
I am the Dread Lord of the Boneyard.
Just like, terrifying.
You can call me Karen. Hi.
Hello. Looks, sort of like gets the thing of like, I've got your true name. Taps like, well, all right, has your true name, doesn't seem to be affecting. Oh, good to see you, Karen. And you, big fella.
All right.
Fair enough. My name's Gatecrasher. I'm on a mission to save the multiverse. Oh, you know. Good for you. You're still a prisoner. Of course. We said we could have a conversation with your divine mistress, but I'm going to be honest, we're in a bit of a rush. Oh, you know. Well, that's all right. You're still my prisoners. Just Gatecrasher's like... Ugh.
I have a feeling we're this thing's prisoners. Does anybody else get that?
Sure. Yeah, but whatever. But, if you just point us in the right direction and announce our arrival, then, then we can actually all get on with this sooner.
Sure. Reaches up with a paw. Clacks on the tree. Right, so I'm bringing people in. We've got El Bandito, the terrifying Bone Man, Karen, don't know his name, and Gatecrasher.
He clearly said his name was All Right.
We got All Right. Of the Winter Court All Rights. Clack. The trees behind him start shifting back. Again, these are trees that currently are in autumn. There's the copiness. The copiness, that technical tree term. They're bronzy trees. Yes. As you can all sort of see, there appears to be maybe sort of 300 feet down that way, a glade, sort of open ring of... Tony, looks quite familiar. Slightly different, but you have spent a bit of time in a very similar glade.
Am I still riding on Alt Georgie's shoulders?
Would you have got off?
Well, I think we've just walked through the portal, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on my steed. But I think you feel like tiny paws just kind of hold your shoulders a little bit tighter.
All right. Onward then.
Georgie and Tony begin walking in. Gatecrasher sort of just like... My character work for Gatecrasher is mostly annoyed size. It's a very good character work I'm doing here. Follows Karen and Jack.
Go
Switch
last.
into my neutral outfit, so non-affiliated with anything as I go. Just
Do we
kind
need
of
to pause
fix it.
while you go change?
Yeah. Let's go.
What? So that's just normal. Again, you haven't got leaves or anything. You're just in.
No, just like the normal standard. There's something slightly fey about it, but it's just the normal standard leather adventuring kind of clothing, and just using the movement of going through the tree just to kind of transition.
That's yeah, that makes perfect sense. You got the feeling this jackalope wasn't that concerned by it. Yeah, okay, he's taking prisoners, but he's like, yeah, fine, fey. It's fey nonsense. Yeah, Jack.
Yeah, I'll go in last.
The jackalope follows behind you, and as you do, the trees to the thicket. You all walk into this glade. There is the feeling of it being dusk, that sort of autumnal cold smell in the air. The just there's not that many. There's a few people sitting around. There's dryads. There's a few animals. You don't necessarily know if they're awakened or not, but they observe you. The jackalope sort of gestures you forward and is like, all right, so I'll go have a word with Her Majesty. I said, if you just head into that tree over there, you can go wait with the other prisoner, and then you can have a meeting with Her Majesty if she wants to talk to you.
Why don't we just wait here?
Sort of gestures to one of the dryads. Prisoners, have they declared what side they're on? They have not. Which side are you on?
This side.
There's a war. We're neutral, but it's the Wreck and the Ruin and Dracilda, and they're all kind of clashing with each other. And Her Majesty's trying to stay neutral, but we take prisoners. We try and get. Ever since the captain disappeared, we're just trying to keep things cool. Chill.
The captain. Would there have been a captain when I was there?
You can certainly make a history roll for it.
Yeah, would any of us have understood anything that was just said?
How much time has Georgie spent in the Fae?
A big fat 0.
It's a bunch of nonsense. Karen definitely can make a history roll.
The 19.
19. Just letting Karen.
That is a 7 minus 1.
Cool. That makes perfect sense. Karen, you have spent some time in the autumn forest, but it has been that sort of thing of for your constant search for enlightenment through materials. It was a wild time. There was a lot of eating mushrooms. Tony, yes, you've definitely heard of You've heard of Dracilda, and you've heard of the Wreck and the Ruin. They are forces in the Fae. Dracilda, you know a bit more about. Wreck and Ruin seems to be one of those. It's one of those annoying Fae things of oh, I'm a mysterious puppeteer. Oh, no one's actually seen me. As for the captain, you could probably make an educated guess that if you're dealing with Sturshka, when you were here, her guardian, her champion, who was known as Jaction, which was always, again, using the proper name. He doesn't get a nickname because he's a traitor, because he fell in love and he ran away, and that's not... And I'm not saying the alternate version of Nutmeg was clingy, but the fact that you were like, right, you're my new daughter now. You get to take you get to listen. I think I described it as Mrs. Havisham, just sort of like going, do not fall in love, El Bandito. Stay in the woods.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Of course, this was all rather ruined when a certain mischievous little beaver decided to throw a cap on the ground, and the actual Tarrasque was released, which resulted in the destruction of everything you know, you love, and has now resulted in you being here. As we mentioned, Clint is a type 3 problem. I told Sam this, and Sam said, is that the highest? And I said, no, there's 2 more. And he said, why can't I be the highest? So... he's moving up. Yes. So, Tony, you definitely have a sort of... Again, it's that sort of thing of like going... It's a bit like when you watch an adaptation of something. You're like, I know the characters, and I think I know where this is going, but I'm also prepared for it suddenly to be, this is a completely different plot. This is completely... If you were feeling... not diplomatic, but if you could probably fake your way through these situations going, yeah, I know these names, I know I know what to mention. You also do think you have a bit of an advantage, unless Sturshka's particularly different in this time, that you could probably, you know how she works.
I don't know if Tony is being specifically tactical in this moment. I think if the captain is reasonably likely to be Jack Tion, if that's who the captain was in my version of the world, I think as soon as it's mentioned that the captain has gone missing, she's like,
Oh, Jack Tion? Nah, tell her she's better without that asshole.
Roll an intelligence saving throw.
oh, what? Oh, no. That's a non-nat 20.
You just hear a voice in your head going, do not speak that name. And then you're just like... the jackalope's like, ooh. Right, okay, that's going to speed the process up a bit. Don't say that name. She really doesn't like that name.
Was the voice in my head Sturshka?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So, like, actually,
in which case, did anyone else react as if they heard?
You didn't. You were the only one who spoke it. So.
Okay. In that case, it's probably super quiet. Maybe Georgie would hear it. You'll just hear a mother.
What'd you call me?
Not you.
She just slapped the turtle on the back.
She is speaking.
Yes, Karen.
Do you have any, tea or pastries? I want a snack.
Yes, we will take a full buffet service while we wait for her to arrive.
Have you got any bread?
I'm hungry.
The jackalope's sort of like, the dryad's like, right, I guess these are diplomats rather than prisoners. Right, we'll go put on a spread.
Hang on. Who's the other prisoner?
Oh, not. I didn't mention another prisoner.
Yeah, you did. You said if we go through that tree, there's someone there who's also a prisoner.
Oh, her. No, she's she was also a attempted diplomat, and then tried to spit something at the goddess, and we are now keeping her prisoner.
Guards, while we wait for the arrival of Her Royal Highness Sturshka, we would like to have an audience with the prisoner, please. And cake.
What Tony said.
Well, can I? Do I have a ranged cantrip?
Let's find out.
I just realised what I did there.
Can I minor illusion a slap on Jack?
Yes. Jack, a ghostly raccoon-like paw just cracks you. You don't feel it, but the rest of you sort of notice that the dryad and the jackalope both kind of like, it's a little nugget of something. But oh no, yeah, no. So you want to talk to the prisoner and cake and treats. No, I think we can.
And bread.
And bread. Do you want
Chicken wings.
Okay, so I'll go. I'll go talk to the canteen. No. I'll talk to the goddess first. Then I'll talk to the.
You have spider's legs.
Oh, of course we got spider's legs.
Yes.
Yes. Just the dryad's just like. Right, I'll take them to the prisoners. You go on. The jackalope literally sort of bounces like 10 feet and starts running towards a tree. He means well, but dumb as a stick, but sweet lad. Ever since the captain left, the goddess has kind of got her hooves into him a bit. He likes to be useful, but... Right, so you want to go talk to the prisoner?
Please lead the way.
Sure. Whatever you say, Tony. Winks. You are escorted through, through a series of trees. Lots, again, more sort of animals than humanoids, but you occasionally sort of like, especially Georgie with a high perception, catch like the glints of something moving through the trees. It's for those of you who've been to the Autumn Court before, so it's a quieter version of it. Even Tony, when it was just you and Nutmeg. There was noise, there was birds, there was sort of like, there was also something in a pond that kept trying to eat you, but then that became a thing where you're like, yeah, I can avoid that. Yes,
My good old pond friend. Oh,
good old pond friend. It's the fun of living in the Feywild. You're like, yeah, I mean, it wants to eat me, but, we're used to it.
Japes.
What fun. Yes, you're escorted. It is another hollowed out tree that it appears that someone has done like thorn growth to make relative bars. So, and inside there is sitting a female-looking elf. Just sort of, again, is in clothes not that far from what Karen's wearing, the sort of general leathery-looking adventure. Sort of quite long, darkish hair. The pointy wood elf. So slight sort of barkiness to the skin as well. So he's just sitting there quietly. Looks the dryad's like, it does appear that you have a visitor. She's like, wow, marvelous. Stands up, walks over. Hello, little stag creature.
Do we recognize her at all?
You have never seen this person, but
were they in the slideshow?
They weren't in the slideshow, but I'm allowing you all to make a perception check, or if you've got anything that helps you see through magic,
My sword.
Mm.
No? Okay.
I mean, if you want to thrust your sword at this woman.
Do I? No.
Perception. That's 24 for me.
Oh.
And I'm pretty good at
sussing out
weird magic stuff anyway.
Yeah. The 27 for me.
You both, yeah, I'd say you.
22.
Okay, you see.
10.
Tony.
I'm just, I'm distracted because I'm cross.
Yes.
That my name has been revealed. I am aggressively drawing a dick in the back of old Georgie's head.
It's not all Georgie's fault. But
that's where I am.
But to be fair, Embandito is a power unto herself. She doesn't even care for blame. She will point the finger. Okay, the rest of you.
I feel it on the back of my head, and it's like when you do the game where you try and guess what the other person's drawing. It's like, is that a love heart?
Sure.
Going over one of the ends very, very vigorously.
With your little tanuki claw. It's turning a little bit into a stick and poke tattoo. Like there's
It's like a crayon.
Yeah, there's a lightness to. Yes, so for you three and ND Gatecrasher, who sort of looks and like, yes, this woman looks at Gatecrasher and is like, a Gatecrasher. For the rest of you, yes, this elf is clearly wearing a glamour. This isn't her natural form. You could also make a... Okay, you definitely were like, right, we can see through this. We can also see that sort of around her neck, there's the slight shimmer of magic where something has been sort of blurred out. There should be something like hanging down around her neck, which has been hidden. I'm also willing, if anyone want, apart from Tony, who's doing arts and crafts, if you want to make a history check, as in this is not someone you've seen, but this is someone that you have heard talked about.
Significantly not as good.
17.
Karen,
I've also got Chippy on my shoulder at this stage because I'm thinking about sending him off to do it.
Chippy is sort of like with his spears, like some gestures. The woman's like,
Natural 1 for a 0.
Jakarth, to
12
be fair,
for an 11.
To be fair, Jakarth, you had something more important going on. You are still recovering from basically getting 10 bells kicked out of you by you. Georgie, you know, sort of. You were paying attention earlier, and you're sort of like, you're putting it together. Karen, and this is always the crazy thing where it's like, Karen worked it out. you were too busy doing deals with a weird little elf boy.
Jason worked it out. This is a new low.
Yeah. There was another party who came through this portal before you. It was described, it was broken glass, who you saw the picture of was a Kenku. You don't know if that's what she looks like now, but there was also a description that Rover had where he said there was a snake woman, and it was just gone like Gatecrasher, and he laughed. No, not at all like her. You're thinking like where there's the possibility of a frill where the hair is. This might indeed be the snake woman.
I'm going to flick my eyes to the necklace and then flick it to Chippy and see if I can get Chippy to go and get his little spear and jump and then pull down whatever's around her neck.
Roll for Chippy. Chippy chips.
Oh, good. I've got stats for Chippy somewhere. Those are stupid stats. There's no squirrel stats, so I had to use about stats, but squirrels are better at dex than that stuff. Well, that is a 5.
She got a 12. Chippy jumps. This woman just reaches out, catches Chippy, and Chippy just starts going, no! She's just holding a rampant scream. Why are you putting your hand out?
Can I have them back, please?
No.
Please?
No.
Pretty please with a cherry on top?
What will you give me for your squirrel?
A cherry on top?
You get to keep your hand.
Oh, that's a good idea, friend. Why don't you draw a weapon here in the Autumn Grove? I'm sure that will go down well. The druid.
I demand that you give the squirrel back.
The Dryad's like, I mean, you already drew a weapon in the Grove. You've already broken the laws of hospitality. She's like, even those of you who haven't quite seen the glamour see that her jaw extends and she slowly opens her mouth, moves Chippy up.
Please, Miss Snake Lady, can I have my squirrel back?
For the cherry on top, right? Catch. Froze. I'm just gonna... because I like Chippy too much, I'm not gonna make you... Yeah, Chippy... and just starts chittering in your ear. It's like, no, I don't like it. Okay, so yes, you saw through. You know who I am then. And you probably know why I'm here. Blinks. I probably should have used that squirrel as a bartending chip, but hey, what are we going to do? So, whatever should we talk about, eh?
Want to tell us where your Kenku friend went?
Oh, the boss. Yes, she is busy. Busy. She has left me to try and take over this place, and
It's going real well for you so far.
Oh, yes. Yes, it has, I suppose. Oh dear, I'm caught in the prison.
So you didn't actually answer my question, though. I didn't
Right.
ask, what is she up to? I asked, where is she?
Oh, okay. Where is she? I think that's none of your business. Gatecrasher's just like, I don't want to deal with it. You've all got... Yes, okay, Karen, what?
Miss Snake Lady,
Yeah.
why
Yes.
do you have no self-worth?
I don't know what... I guess I'm going to roll an intelligence.
You're here and you've been abandoned and you just don't care enough. You're all being snarky. Why do you need to care about yourself? Have you considered therapy?
She got 12. It's that wonderful thing of just like going... No, I haven't considered therapy.
You really should. You need to think about yourself more as a person. Go and talk about your traumas and the people who have hurt you, and then think about how you will overcome. You've clearly been abandoned, and you're all on your own. I mean, that's not fair. You're a person in your own right. So where did this come from? Why did you let this happen? How can you kind of overcome this situation and then care about yourself more?
the dryer next to you is like, gods. Looked, and it's the thing of like going, this wood elf again, like the face has gone like blank, but I think those of you who could see there's sort of like thing of like, you've shaken of all the things to bring up, like, right, okay, I guess I'll consider therapy after this, but I want to... Looks at the dryad. I want to confess. I'll talk to your god. Oh no, you're not talking to anyone. You're staying here. I mean, they were going to go in, but now supposedly they're having a spider leg and chicken wing dinner. I like chicken wings. Yeah, I bet you do. I mean, the dryad's like, right, you've all... points at Karen. You've broken the spirit of the prisoner, which, I mean, we were going to save that until, nighttime. But anything else you want to... I mean, you've still not answered this one's questions. I don't know, okay? I've been sent to do my job, and I'll be picked up once it's been resolved. I don't know where the boss is. You happy, you little panda
You want to
thing?
finish that sentence?
Which one? I don't know where it is, or your little panda thing.
I'm a tanuki.
Is the not elf accessible through the bars of the tree?
I mean, Chippy was able to break in.
I mean, I am bigger than Chippy, but not.
True. I mean, are you wanting to try and jump through the thorns?
I want to scratch her face.
She is about... Okay, yeah, that's... You're currently on the back of Georgie. I think she's standing like 5 feet. I think if you're going to launch yourself, you might take damage from the thorns, but you might be able to like claw at her face. Do you want to try that?
Yeah, I think Tony's just a bit pissed off at the moment.
You're
Everything's not quite how things should be. And people have been saying her name, and this person is not answering her questions, and it feels very stressful. So I think she's just going to scratch out.
Sure. Tony, you leap. Whatever happens, you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage because you just jumped into a bunch of thorns. But please make an attack roll.
Fine. Unarmed attack. Great. It's a 7.
Tony, you just... yeah, this woman steps back as just a whirling dervish of claws. Just,
I just get stuck in the thorns and I'm just
you're
far away.
Your tongue. For the rest of you, this is still happening in the background, and by the time it resolves, Tony is upside down, scritchety scratchety, and is just sort of hanging.
Just walk over and, is it? Can I help you get out? Are you stuck?
Do you actually go to touch her?
I've got my hand out, but I'm waiting to see what you say.
I bite your hand, and then grab onto it to be taken out.
Jack, you get an angry cat-like bite, and then as you're able to extract a very grumpy Tanuki, Are you holding her by the scruff? Or?
I'll put El Bandito, as I completely forgot that name earlier, on my shoulder.
Georgie, you've lost your rider. Congratulations, Jack. You've regained El Bandito.
I can just see a dick being shaved into the side of my head.
You just
from somewhere, like from inside her back. Somehow she has like tiny pair of clippers with just enough battery in them to draw that, and then she puts it. It's dead. Can never use it again. What a shame.
Again, like. For all the lovely items that this party has, including magical rope and super glue, the magical clippers have now been used. Please, Jack, add...
Once per century magic item.
Yes.
Penis haircut, okay.
Penis haircut.
Your inventory.
Yeah, just the fact that if you're going to get invited to a fancy party, I'm going to give you disadvantage to charisma because people are like, that man's got a dick on his head. Maybe it's the trend in Waterdeep. I don't know. Yes. So you have rattled this snake woman who has stepped all the way back, and
so she's a rattlesnake.
She is a rattle. Yeah. Oob.
I quite like that one actually.
Yeah. I'm all about the putt. No, Sean, come out of your shell.
I like it, but on principle, you know.
I mean, if I don't do it if not now, then when? Yes. So, having basically terrified a prisoner and also made her really existential about. Folks, it's not a bad idea when you're dealing with henchmen to just go. You realise you've been abandoned. You realise they're not coming back for you.
Gonna write some details just to contact me later. How? I don't know. But it's not going. Okay, so you can call this number, and then you go and, or if you talk to, don't talk to like marsh birds. They're really mean. But if you go to talk like the sparrows, not the common sparrows, not the house sparrows, and then they can find me, and then we can have like a really good therapy session, and we can talk about all of this, and just unburden yourself from like the things that you feel guilty about, and then you put them aside, and then you can think about what new things to do with you. Maybe hedge for somebody else who would treat you better. You deserve to be treated better. I'm just doing that on the side.
As you're seeing that, anyone who's standing near Gatecrasher sees that Gatecrasher has slightly sort of adjusted herself as well. Maybe you shouldn't just end up working for big corporations. Who knows? Maybe you need dental. Who knows? Yes, it's right. Karen somehow hands over a business card. Chippy grumbles in your ear and sort of moves to the opposite shoulder away from Snake Lady. It's around this point that the jackalope sort of bounces back up. Right, yes, hello. So the goddess says that she's very interested in hearing. She doesn't like the fact that you know so much. Also, she thinks she knows an El Bandito, but she doesn't think she's ever actually met one. It's, sort of avatars. Anyway, you're not technically prisoners. We're going to put on a feast for heroes. And, so if you want to come have a word with the goddess, then we can sort things out.
When are the heroes arriving?
That's us, you idiot.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Al.
The snake woman quietly says, well, pity the land that needs heroes. And it's just like, you're very talkative and I don't appreciate it. Hush.
Karen.
Just finishing, pulling the back of Jack's hair.
Before we leave the prisoner, you seem to have her ear, so you should ask her which direction broken glass went in when she left her. And also, was it part of her plan to take over, when she was taking over here, was it part of her plan to get kidnapped?
Oh, go ahead. Miss Snake Lady.
I have a name, but...
you didn't tell me, so I'm just going to call you Miss Snake Lady out of politeness.
Sure, Pera.
Pera? That's a very pretty name.
Thanks.
You choose it or was it given to you?
Given to me.
Oh, but then you have a very pretty voice, so it's a very pretty name to match.
Thank you. You've also got a...
Erin is taking her on this emotional roller coaster right now. In the fields, and then the ego, and we're just waiting for...
So, when you got abandoned, I don't know if we can help you yet, but when we're on our journeys, if we find your hench boss, I can yell at her and I can tell her all the things that they should have been doing to take care of you. Do you know which direction they went so that I can yell at them on your behalf?
She sort of has lent in as close as she can to the fawns and is like, you shouldn't be working with points sort of towards Gatecrasher. There's nothing good comes from working with them. I'm working with Tony. Tony's in charge.
I'm gonna throw a rock at the back of Karen's head.
Ow!
Yes, she seems to be. Yeah, you're working with her. She seems like a great boss, like mine.
She's not that mad, but she's very smart. But I believe that all people have an inherent dignity and should be kind of treated with respect and things like that. And I don't know, I'm not on any side. I will just, take care of people and make sure they're okay. And then if someone's being really bad, then I'll take care of them and I'll shoot them in the head.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'll make a persuasion roll.
Pretty baby, that is a 23.
Ooh. As I quietly cross something off the battle sheet. Okay. Right. You want to know where broken glass has gone. That's what you want. As I say, just do your best to get away from all. You said no sides, right? Just don't work with any. Just go home. I mean, hopefully these two sides will. We hear rumors that they're thinking about using an ultimate weapon. Gestures to the multicolored Medusa, and the boss, loved a halfling who was working with her, and she lost him, and now she's trying to get him back. And in her attempts, she's working with someone. She's working with a god, a powerful god. And Karen, roll an attack roll.
But I don't want to.
Mm.
Oh, come on. No, this is not a good time to roll well. Okay. I'm primarily a distance thing.
Sure.
So will I just be slapping her? Because it's hard to go and get my bow out to shoot when I'm right next to her.
Do you have anything? Do you have a knife? Do you have anything? Or I suppose you're just stabbing her with an arrow.
I need to know whether I'm choosing the +4, the +12.
Oh, the plus 12.
That is for distance shooting, though.
Oh, fair enough. The +4 then, if we were up close.
That's 18 then. Which
okay, roll your
still
damage.
not great, but it's better than the other one.
That does hit. Roll your damage.
Faerun been charmed?
I'm not good at being charmed. To be fair, I've got an advantage against being charmed.
You're not being charmed.
Oh God.
Well, I'm glad no one else knows what's going on.
Just a general slap.
Yeah, sure. Unarmed. Oh.
Cool. I mean, that's a 1.
1 damage.
Yeah.
You just.
I don't have any I am not built for physical fighting.
You just.
And my face is very panicked.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's happening.
You've cold cock. Kevin, in your head, you just hear. No, that's not fair. To get all the information up before we're there. You, my little friend, you're asking too many questions. You are reading the end of the book before you read the beginning, and that's not... I mean, I'm not one for violence, but she doesn't trust you anymore. I mean, none of them trust you. And that one, the snake one, well, not that snake one, but the other one, she's got a weapon. She wants to kill you. She wants to kill you all. And I bet she's even got a way to stop you getting back to your auntie.
This is out loud I go, but I can't read that well.
The rest of you hear that as the person you now know as Pera is just holding her jaw going, what the? Why did you? The Dryad's like, don't punch the prisoners.
There's a mean person in my head and they told me I was reading the end of a book, but I can't read and that's mean.
The Dracolope's like, that is... Are you being charmed?
Don't think so.
Point to you're doing charming things. You're being a tricky little serpent. I thought we were having a good conversation, but this one just violent.
I'm very sorry. I think I need to stop you asking you questions for your own safety. I'll come back. You're very nice. Please go to the back of the room. It's safer for you. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye. Have a lovely day.
As you turn on your heel and stomp off. Pera moves to the back. The rest of you, Gatecrasher is just sort of like, you're hearing voices in your head now.
I mean, I do anyway.
Well,
Have you met my auntie? She's very nice.
No, I haven't met your
She would.
auntie.
She might eat you. I'm sorry. She's very nice.
Well, that's always the risk, I suppose. People are always trying to get some quite the voice. What was it? What was it saying?
It told me I was reading a book, and I was. I'm not good at reading.
Are we there?
Yeah. I think you're being the Jackalopus is scorching you, but Gatecrasher has kind of forgotten decorum and is getting quite close to Karen and is trying to have a quiet conversation, but you could all probably still slightly. Okay, Karen, did you in your travels did you ever come across a mask, like a mask made of bronze, sort of marks around the lips? Is that something you've come across, something you've touched? You again, so much going on. I mean, you can roll a history. I can.
You know the old saying, see a mask,
Touch the mask.
touch the lips.
I mean, history, that's a 17.
Doesn't sound like a thing you would do. That seems weird to just be putting on masks.
Don't do that.
No.
That's how Auntie goes and grabs people. That's just not normal. You don't do
Good. For the rest of you who are, again, I'm just keeping making you roll so I can give you lore. If you want to roll history.
11.
11.
Jack clearly doesn't care enough. That's a 2 for a 1.
What? So we had 7.
16.
Was it 16? Tony Tanuki. There was a PowerPoint presentation. Other presentations are available.
But sorry, Tony has thrown a rock at Tom for using her real name.
Fair enough. Tom takes two psychic damage. Although, to be fair, Tony, having El Bandito, having come from the Feywild, has done the sensible thing of having multiple names. So that's the wonderful thing. They have the beginning of your name, which gives them a tiny bit of power, but they don't have all the names. Wiki, take it down. Censor it for the protection of everyone. Yes. In the presentation, there was talk of Broken Glass coming across a mask in a. It appears that Broken Glass murdered her gatecrasher when they were on expedition. So, the timeline being, Gatecrasher had 2 apprentices. One of them was killed due to a volcano. Broken Glass then killed her gatecrasher, found a mask, then led to the thing with in the Underdark Lady Babington and the creation of the gatecrasher killing device. So there is a good possibility that, talking about masks, this is directly connected to it, and gatecrasher is starting to freak out a bit. Yeah.
Oh, just in case, it was a 17, not a 7.
Oh, for history, or
yeah.
I got the 7.
Yeah, you got the 7. Karen,
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, Karen, you have a similar thing that I think you were paying the amount of. You were asking a lot of questions during the presentation. This is clearly. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're listening. So having Gatecrasher intensely asking, "Did you touch a mask?" No, you haven't, but you know what she's referencing to when she asks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think there's a possibility that when Broken Glass, the sort of thing that she's working with, involving the multiverse, there might be the possibility that in your travels you might have somehow got. You're not corrupted, but marked by the sort of powers that she can use. And that might explain why there's a takes a couple of steps back. A god currently talking to you in your head. It's like, no, you're not moving. Good, okay. I'll talk to you later, okay? I think we need to go deal with this diplomatic, but me and you need to have a real talk about what's happening here. And Karen, you're also remembering from this conversation that this god or whatever is saying that the gatecrashers have an ultimate weapon that they're willing to release.
Kamen does know that. Kamen
Yeah.
is very deliberately focusing on that one part out loud.
Yeah, no, again. Simpatico here. Yeah. You know people, you know that all of this is you have shaken two sides of this combat. Two snake women who are very scared and very confused and are like, oh no, we are ants in the great scheme of things.
Just people to go to therapy, that's all.
Look, if D&D is not therapy, but the people who are in the D&D need to go to therapy. Okay, you have all been escorted to what is the biggest oak tree. This one is hollow, carved out. There are Autumn Eladrin standing, holding some pointed quarterstaffs, guarding. Hey, look, the Jackalope Balthazar. Right, these are the diplomats, and Wander's like, right, twist, last time you brought in a diplomat, she tried to throw yellow vomit at the goddess. Yeah, no, I know that, but that's not going to happen this time. You see, because just like
because we haven't eaten yet.
Because they haven't eaten yet. They're here for the feast, so they're not gonna spew. Just a very nervous-looking rabbit man. Like, oh, right, okay. One of the lads were just like, right, okay, so you are now under the protection of the Autumn Court. Do not do anything to break the rules, or the entire force of the court shall fall upon you, or you shall be locked inside a big... We're supposed to have a party tonight, and the longer this is... Yeah.
You didn't finish the speech. I missed the speech.
The entire force of the Autumn Forest will fall upon your shoulders, and you will be transformed, transmogrified, and altered irrevocably. Blessings be upon you and those who reside within the Autumn Forest. Just a little wave and like fairy dust. So thank you. Yeah, Jack, it's very tickling. Your weirdly sensitive nose now is like, ooh. You are escorted into this tree.
Just as we go past the guard, I'll just be like,
Great job, Sandra.
Sandra looks at you confused. Is like, thanks. Squint. Oh. Avatars. Yeah, okay. Transfers in. They're not being that quiet. El Bandito, you hear as one of them turns to Sandra and goes, "Isn't that the doctor?" And they're like, "No, different timeline." Oh, all right.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
People let me cut them open.
Hey. Maybe it's someone you're just about to meet. You right, you are escorted into this Bandito. This is familiar. This is a large, in your timeline, again, a large hollowed out tree. Less, I think in your timeline there were more cushions, more sort of, this seems a bit, I don't know, this timeline seems a bit more rugged and rural. But there is, I mean, to focus on the main thing that is in this room, there is a large, great elk, about 15 feet, sitting there. She also, unusually for female elks, does have majestic wooden antlers. Not just weird that they're made of wood, but, you know, the fact that... Karen, I don't feel antler envy here, but these are particularly majestic. I mean, El Bandito, you have a very a smaller version of these.
Much
smaller. She has fully achieved apotheosis. This is the goddess, fully goddess of Sturshka, or as she was known in other timelines, Nutmeg. Tony, I'll give it to you free. Names are dangerous. If you called her by that, that's the sort of way, like in our version of the timeline, Sturshka is the secret name, Nutmeg is the walking around name. It's possible that they've been reversed. You don't get to call me that. But yes, there is a very large elk. Also sitting on a on a little log, there is a raccoon who is wearing a little white coat. Who looks at you, and growls.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I know it's probably quite dangerous, but I think she is nothing if not impulsive. As soon as we walk in the room and she sees Sturshka, Tony's gonna go, "Mother!" and jump off Jack and start running towards her. With the intention of giving her leg a big hug. I'm probably going to be stopped, I imagine, on the way, but we'll see.
I mean, is anyone going to stop this?
No. El Bandito can do whatever she likes.
El Bandito, we're having a roll initiative, not for combat.
22.
Tell me what happened. You run. You're like, mother! You hear the Eladrin like, whoa, no! Oh, she's gonna vomit. The doctor raccoon's like, hey, stop it! Also leaps. You bounce off their head and land and just embrace into this large elk.
Just the biggest hug, and it's the kind of the equivalent of a purr, just like a kind of noise.
The rest of you, so it looks down with its big elk eyes, just looks up, tilts the head at at who you now know as Twist, the jackalope, who's still like, mother, oh, there's a squint there. That is the elk says, that is El Bandito, yes, I know. And looks down and is like, hello, little one.
You're so beautiful.
Thank you. The flattery will get you everywhere. First of all, you are aware that I'm not I'm a version of your mother.
I know, but you smell just like her.
Can I ask what happened to her?
Well, first of all, the asshole, I shall not say his name, left. And then the other idiot released a Tarask, and then it came, and, well, nothing worked anymore. And then I ended up, you sent me away to look after. Oh, I have a thing. Hang on. And she's gonna rifle around in her bag of holding and produce just a really plain looking little brown crispy leaf. I protected it. I know it's not yours, but I protected it this whole time.
Looks down. Little elk, quite big elk tongue comes and just licks the top of your head. That counts as bless. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You've now got the blessings of the autumn court upon you. Well, it does appear that my pseudo daughter has brought a party along. Twist is like, Mother, I found them. She's like, well done, Twist. Yeah. Good boy. She's like, yeah. The other raccoon is like, Your Majesty, this is not. And she's like, Sawbones, quiet. Fine.
Who are you?
I'm Sawbones. Who are you?
I am Her Royal Highness El Bandito, and I'll thank you not to take that tone with me.
Oh. I am Dr. Sawbones. Not like, but like, ow, 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 because I'm tough, and I fix things, and I'm a... reaches down, has put on a hat that has two little sticks sticking out. Obviously one down of their own. I'm a doctor.
Sure you are.
Yeah. Go on, name a body part.
The head?
That contains eyes, a nose, a mouth, teeth, a tongue. See? 5 things.
You asked me just to name one. All right, well, if you want to get fancy about it, name a part of a car. Yeah, you don't know what one is, do you? Ha! Well, I built one. She was called Spangle Tits, and she was glorious.
Hypochondria! And sort of sits down Hobramp. Right, Sawbones, that's, the elk starts sort of, because you're on a leg. Are you holding on? Or?
I'm still hugging.
Yeah. The elk gets up and sort of clops down. If you are a friend of my daughter, then you are a friend of the Autumn Court. I believe you got given the speech. Please do not cause us any harm. Do not inflict any damage. You are refugees from the ongoing war here in the Feywild, although by the smell of you all, you are not from this realm or timeline. But you have our security, our safety, and I sincerely hope that none of you intend to throw any yellow viscous... Sawbone's like, yeah, viscous! Just the rest of you just see, if you see an elk roll its eyes, now you have any material at us, you are welcome.
This viscous seems to be some sort of cycle.
It never ends.
I don't have a boo card. That's not fair.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes, you are now welcome to the court. I believe food was to be provided. Eladrin start again, like tables start like rising out of the wood of the. It does seem that we are having a party. You just hear the Eladrin at the door and go, "Yeah, we're having the party." Right.
Before formal celebrations begin, I just want to check. You don't have anyone that looks like him here, do you?
I'm pointing at Jack.
Sort of looks with the the dog. No.
Okay,
we don't.
he's generally really well trained, but if he
Nice.
finds people that look like him, he's very uncontrollable, and I wouldn't want him to accidentally break the peace.
No, that's
This entire time, I've been sat down with my legs crossed and arms crossed, and as everybody turns to look at Jack, my foot just goes up behind my head and starts scratching where the dick bit's been itched into my head, and then goes back down, and my eyes are still shut.
No, we don't have anyone like him. He seems
Good.
no. Also, Gatecrasher, who's not been saying anything. On behalf of the Gatecrashers, we're not used to accepting your group into our kingdom, Gatecrasher. We do hope that you will be on your best behavior. The word of my daughter here ensures your safety. Do you understand me? Understood. A gatecrasher who is very out of her lane. Now comes food. You've all ordered various delectable things. Wings of a birded animal are brought. They're not fried, they're not like battered, but they are just they're soaking in some sort of sauce. Weirdly, cake is already arriving. It seems the way that a Fey feast works is everything comes at the same time. Especially, Tony, you are used to the chaos that is this, that even a refined, beautiful elk is just sticking her head in and consuming. Georgie, bread. There is a ton of different types of bread. There is a ton of different types of spreads, which I know isn't interesting to you. If any of you ask for something, it will probably be provided. As I'm looking at the time, we've got about 15 minutes, so let's just anyone you want to talk to, and then we will go into our break. For those of you who want to go eat their own spider legs, usual break time food.
I have a couple of things I want to do, but I'm aware that I've done a lot of talking, so please.
This has turned into the Tony episode.
I want to either see if I can have a quiet moment with either Georgie or Tony, someone who is vaguely either sensible or in charge.
That covers your two options.
Jack is just enjoying his chicken.
Just see who happens to be the furthest one. And I'm going to go to Georgie, if only because Tony seems very engrossed with being with her mother. So I'm just kind of trying to sneak around, get a small pot of what seems to be the blandest sauce available, and then kind of bring it to Georgie going, would you like to try some of this? It's basically water. You might want to put it on your bread.
I suppose I could be a bit of interest, couldn't I? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Kieran.
Georgie, you dip the bread in. It is bland and watery. I'm sure you're not breaking any rules by eating this. That seems good, yeah.
Yes, what I deserve, yeah.
Yeah, you deserve, yeah.
Got protein in it though, and vitamins, so it's very good for you. But it's nothing. It's so boring.
Oh, does it look like for cholesterol? Is that?
Mm.
Oh, good.
Also, apparently the gatecrashers have a secret weapon, and maybe they might be on the right side, and you have to make sure the gatecrasher is okay because she might be on the bad side and stuff. Bye.
How much of that did you get, Georgie?
I don't know. Is there a role involved with understanding the flow of consciousness?
I mean, how invested were you in the very bland? I'm trying to think of a real world. My temptation was to say it was Hoisin, and then you're just Karen doesn't know. But no, this is a very just have a thing of vinegar. No,
I think the thing is with such a high perception, Georgie is listening to everything.
Mm.
He doesn't necessarily understand everything, but I picked up on the conversation that was whispered between Karen and Pera, and between Gatecrasher, and so I'm hoping that kind of stream is going to be the thread that just kind of ties everything together, so I can kind of go right. Okay.
It's like a computer running in the background, Georgia. You've taken everything in, and now I think as you are sitting eating your slightly more exciting bread than normal. Just things are. There is also a dragon turtle who has been here the entire time.
Roberto's been there.
Roberto is enjoying. What would you give Roberto for high tea?
I would give Roberto whatever he wanted. He doesn't have to stick to the bland meals. So if he was interested in the marinated not chicken,
Roberto is. Digging in. There's fish. There's Jack drops it down. Roberto snaps it out of the air. Is having a grand time. Georgie, you again. Having heard the conversation that was had in the previous glade, you are able to put together quite a lot. I mean, how far you want to jump in your guesswork, up to you. But Georgie is putting together some puzzle pieces here. Yeah.
Georgie's already distrustful of Gatecrasher, so
yeah, which is fair. I would also give it to you that she seems scared. Again, she is also now putting some things together, and also, what the heck is going on with this guy? Why is there a voice in his head? A lot of it's being expressed through a pair of sunglasses. Gatecrasher, who's not, again, is sitting, is being surrounded by noise, but is just almost mechanically eating some sort of broth. She's available to talk to you, but she's contemplating. Cool. Jack, is anything, you are just digging into your...
I'm just digging into food, feeding the dragon turtle, and just looking around what everybody's doing. He doesn't say an awful lot, but he tries to pay attention to what's going on as much as possible.
You could again, you aren't picking up, but it's that weird sort of political thing of like going, the fact that you 5 have all turned up and thrown rocks into the relatively stillness of the pond that is this court. There's a sad-looking jackalope who's quietly eating. There is a tanuki raccoon who is just glaring at the head of the table, where there is a giant elk who has got this newcomer sitting up next to pride of the place. I mean, you're all near the head of the table. You know, you're not being given pride of place, but you're not being put down towards the door, where Sawbones has now been moved for being a rude little fellow. Yes, and there's, I would say, there's maybe 40 people, various animals as well, in different forms of. There's some also, as I said, that are not awakened. That someone has just again brought in a partridge that is just sitting, and they're like, "Is that going to be food? Is that a guest? Is that someone's familiar?" Certainly, just having a little nap. Are you putting the partridge on your head? Yeah, Karen, having had the conversation with George, he picks up a partridge, puts it into the antlers, but the partridge just starts gently cooing.
And
cool.
a partridge in a Karen.
Enjoy the roll together carols coming this December. Tony, yeah, you are sitting pride of place next to Sturshka, who is still in elk form.
Cool. So amongst the babble of, and then I did this, and then I did this, and you'd be so proud, and then I did this and that, blah, 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 blah. And also, and what things like hair and all of that. The 2 things I want to do are, 1, at some point, try and clock the equivalent of the sneakiest person I knew in my Autumn Court.
Interesting. Okay. Yes. What would you like to roll for that?
I guess some kind of perception. Can I roll an investigation check, actually?
Absolutely.
Looking at my stats.
Yeah.
Yes. That is a 31, if you please.
Oh, you again, you have memories of this place. You are looking for Bramble. Bramble is a squirrel person. Is a wood, again, very sort of like wood elf looking, but has the massive tail and the teeth. Them. Bramble is controlled trouble, and Sturshka would send, again, no one spies. There's no spies here. No, but if Bramble happens to wander into the Winter Court and find out what the Great Winter Bear is doing and when he's going on his walk, well, that's not our problem. Yeah, Bramble is doing. For those of you who have ever watched Death Note, Bramble is doing the L, so it's up on the haunches, on the chair, cannot sit properly, and just gnawing away, and is also taking everything in, and has making unblinking eye contact with people, and like it's a hyper focus, taking everything in. And then when you look at Bramble looks and is like sort of head nod, sup, wink.
When they come over, we'll be like, hey.
So, I know we don't know each other, but I know a version of you, and you're like awesome and my go-to person. I'm wondering if you might be my go-to person here as well.
All right, okay. Yeah, what are you thinking?
How'd you like to earn yourself a little song?
A little something.
I'm gonna pull out like a little like a lever, like a bit of mechanical doodad from my bag of holding. It's like it does nothing. It's just like
it's
a bit
junk.
rattly. Yeah. But it's shiny.
Oh, that's a shiny little thing you've got right there.
So, our gatecrasher friend over there, the one with the sunglasses and the definitely not snakes for hair.
Bramble is just looking straight.
Don't look.
Bramble is now looks very intentionally looking at everywhere, and then comes back. The sunglasses. Yeah.
She has upon her person a key.
Right.
A silver key.
Right.
I can't take it because I'm quite visible right now.
Okay.
Could you get it for me?
For the shiny thing.
Get me, and you'll get the shiny thing out of my bag.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I can do that. Yeah.
Great. I look forward to seeing the results.
Okay. Now?
Yeah. Well, when she's distracted.
Okay.
I mean, you're the sneakiest, so wait until you think you're gonna be most effective.
You look over at Gatecrasher, you look, Bramble's gone. Just
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to leave them to do that.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I want to bring up with Stushka is,
so Karen with the antlers and the intense gaze.
Yes.
The gaze is actually a little more intense than I think it should be at the moment. I think he's got a god in his head speaking to him, and I think it might be a bad thing. So I'm just wondering if you, at some point, might take a little teensy look at him and see what's going on and if he's going to be okay.
Oh, well, I mean, again, sort of looking, going, yes, there's something about that one. All right, yes, for you, and for the, I'll have a word with him. I mean,
honestly, I only met him today, but actually they've become very dear to me in that time, so.
That's good, Elbendy, so you need to find your friends, hold them close. Yes, all right. How are you enjoying your, looks down at the bowl of stuff you've got, how are you enjoying the food?
Would I have been aware of any potential trickery with this meal?
I mean, come on. Yes.
This is my court.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you're under the protection of the Fae and of the Autumn Court, but that doesn't mean you can't play a few pranks.
What's going? I'm going to investigate this bowl of stuff. Oh, good. Well, that's a 16.
Maybe there's going to be some. You haven't quite picked up on what Karen's little side quest is, but maybe there'll be some. Fey magic. It's fun. It's you were also informed that if you misbehaved, you would be transformed into something. But hey, sometimes even when you behave, you might be transformed into something.
You know what? This all smells delicious, and I really, really, I'm so very hungry. But at the moment, I can't believe I'm saying this. I've been out of the Feywild for far too long, clearly, and been dealing with far too many apocalypses. I actually need to retain my focus a little.
Oh, so you don't want the fun food? You just want...
I'm gonna put a big scoop of it in my bag for later. I promise.
Fair. I mean, she like a hoof pushes a plate towards you. It's like that would be fine. I mean, the wings. Stay away from the wings. But
Oh no, Roberto was eating a wing.
Roberto just starts floating up. There you go. It's nothing to harm you. There is a war going on after all. Roberto snapping is like, oh, where am I going? Some other there's a bit.
You
of
can fly, you fool.
Roberto settles, floats back down. Is like,
And it looks like it's swimming, just like.
Yeah.
I'm floating as well, but I'm still in a sitting position, and I just sort of float, start turning upside down, but I'm still eating.
Jakov, did you eat anything else but the wings?
No, just wings.
Cool. Karen, what did you?
I had one more thing I wanted to do, so I want to go pick up some of my spider's legs and just kind of just like eating them like you'd eat like crab. I'm just kind of just chewing the meat out of them.
Cool. Roll D100.
Cool. I am not particularly bothered by anything that could happen to me.
Worried that you had a table prepared. How long have you been planning this?
You can have a food table.
50.
50. You just sort of feel like a sneeze coming on, and then you feathers just you're just sneezing feathers.
Just put them behind my ears.
They are beautiful, like peacock oily. Yeah, just
what? How do you sneeze a peacock feather? That's impressive.
That's yeah. Fey nonsense.
This is happening because I would have wanted to go to Gatecrasher, so I'm just sneezing in front of her as I chew, and you go, oh, this is nothing. Once I got filled with bees, and then just every time I opened my mouth, there were bees, and they were really nice. They were my friends, and they had little zipper names, and I just had bees in me.
Oh, so you were full of bees, were they?
And I could open up my shell, and then there were just like look inside, and there were bees.
You have had a very interesting run of things, haven't you? Huh.
I mean, I think I'm perfectly normal.
Well, you don't see it until you're on the outside. I can safely tell you, friend, I've never been full of bees.
But are you emotionally full of bees? Are you okay? You feel off?
Are you going to tell me to go to therapy, Karen?
No, I think you'd say no. So I'll just think it at you.
They told me to go to therapy, and instead I took an exam, and also they tried to send me to rehab. But I said no.
That makes sense. It has to be your own choice.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't sound off. I feel like we've gotten to know each other reasonably well. You seem like a decent person, but you feel all weird and twitchy. I know you wanted a conversation. This is not the right time, but are you okay?
No. Honestly, in all honesty, no, I'm not okay. Ooh, this is actually... I think she's going to open up, because you've been... when you're in a bad situation and you want to avoid what has happened in the past, something that's hurt you, but then people think that, like, exposing yourself to the problem is going to help you work through it. If you can resolve an issue from your past, then you can move on. That doesn't really matter when you're in the middle of it, people you knew in your past who are, and then that's in your face now. It's adjust the sunglasses. Yeah, it's this is my first mission, fully qualified as a gatecrasher. It's difficult. Karen, please do make a perception check.
That is a 17.
You catch the glimpse of something gingery near to Gatecrasher. Sort of next to her. Yeah, so it's difficult. It's difficult, and I'm having to go through all of this. She reaches, picks up a cup, turns and cracks it down. Do not touch what is not yours. Ouch! Ow! Just stands up. Are we all right? It's a prank. It's a prank. I was playing a prank. Gatecrasher stands.
I'm going to take Gatecrasher's hand and go, he winked at me first. It was a prank. It's okay. Okay. Hold her hands. Leave with me.
I'm gonna... I am in foul mood, friends. I will take the air.
I just want to say it's not therapy, but maybe the word union.
Yeah. Of the workers. Gatecrasher walks out into the night. Those of you who have been enjoying the feast, and even, hey, Tony, you're blessed. This counts as a long rest. This is a full-on meal. As we go into break, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a bit of fun here. Our prisoner, her full name is Vildi, which is. Everyone got their paper, Sean? I do this for you, my brother. Which is Peravilddy. Peravildy. That is her walking around name. When we come back after the interval, if any of these fine folk can tell me what that is an anagram for, I hope it's not too difficult this there'll be a point of inspiration on the table. Chat, also work it through. Everyone, go out, enjoy your Fey cursed food. Hope you don't vomit anything or throw up any feathers, which is the way one should always throw to break. See you in 5 to 10. Bye. And welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had a delicious feast. I know we all did. Now we're in our sort of post-feeding mood. Some of us have changed down for the evening, put on our pajamas. I think I've talked about this on stream. I have a friend who every time she has a party, she'll come back in her pajamas, and we're like, now is the time. We all probably need to go home. But yes, previously on what you just watched, our quote-unquote heroes ended up in the Feywild. They were taken in by a jackalope whose name was revealed to be Twist, into the Autumn Court to meet with Sturshka, the elk goddess / queen of the Autumn Forest. Through a lot of talking and shouting demands, the party were taken to talk to Peravida. I'll get it right. Peravildy. That's the full name, whose name we will get translated in a moment. What was very quickly to be revealed to be one of Broken Glass's subordinates, a snake woman, who had been arrested after trying to corrupt the goddess. She's now sitting in a tree. What could have been an intense moment of interrogation turned into, hey, have you ever considered going to therapy? Pera had not considered going to therapy and gave a warning to Karen that Gatecrasher was up to something. As soon as Pera mentioned that there was something involving a god, Karen uncontrollably punched the prisoner. Gatecrasher then went on to say, no, but Karen, you've got such a sore little hand. Gatecrasher is also concerned by this and started asking about a mask, a bronze mask with scratches around the mouth. The party, who loved to drop eaves, started working out this probably is related to broken glass. Seshka welcomed the party, especially as it turned out a alternate version of herself had taken in El Bandito, or otherwise known as Tony, which people just seem to be saying. Such a dangerous... No, Georgie's a good boy who's never done a sin. It also slowly annoying Twist, who is now the champion of Stershka, and also a raccoon-like creature who's taken the name Sawbones, as in "ow, my bones," and is wearing a hat with two sticks out to look more deer-like. The party then also enjoyed a really slap-up feast. Before we begin, Sean, can you just roll D100 to see what happens with the bread?
67.
67. Amazing. While this is happening, I just want you all to imagine that Georgie is being surrounded by luminescent butterflies. They're just flittering around. Congratulations, you now have disadvantage on stealth, but you look really nice doing it. Yes, El Bandito did try a little bit of subterfuge, bribed the problem solver of the Autumn Court, a elf-like scroll scroll-like elf, both are good, called Bramble to steal the silver key. Bramble was caught, though, and Gatecrasher has made an apology and has walked out into the darkness. The party have now all taken a long rest. So, as the meal continues, as I said, the way that the Fey meal works is everything seems to arrive at once. So there is cake, there is meats various, there is everything is... I think the attitude is it's all going to the same place anyway, so why not make an amalgamation? Yes, so anything you'd like to do before we move on to other plot-related items?
Just at some point towards the end of the meal, Tony will... El Bandito, oh my goodness. El Bandito throws a rock at
I throw a stone at Tony.
Stone just...
Yeah. El Bandito will suddenly go, reach into her bag of holding and pull out a rusty, empty tin can. And do a little bit of fiddling with it and kind of hold it and look at it and then sneeze into it. And it'll sort of glow a little bit and then go back to normal color. And then she's going to toddle over to Georgie. Hey, I love the butterflies. Are you keeping them?
What?
Georgie, you notice the butterflies.
I know, but is trying to pretend they're not to do with him.
Georgie, you do not notice the butterflies now. You do not notice. Yeah.
No, they're really great. They're just beautiful. You know, you should keep them.
Oh, good. I mean, I didn't really think they were my style, but...
What do you think, Roberto? Yeah, see?
As Roberto floats up and tries to sort of snap at the butterflies.
They're illusory.
They double as a delicious snack.
They, as Roberto's turtle mouth closes around these butterflies, you discover they are not indeed illusionary. As he consumes and starts glowing, the butterflies start moving at greater speed. Yeah, you touch them.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, I thought, just in case we run into trouble, I think I trust you to be responsible with this.
We'll hand you what looks like just a regular rusty tin can.
Add tin can to your inventory.
I should say if people are wounded, you should hit them with it, and it will help. Almost like you're curing the wounds.
You can only do it 8 times, though. I think, according to the thing. It's got 8 charges in it.
Bash people in the head with the thing if they're not well.
Yeah.
All right. I'll stick it on the end of my staff.
Tony, as you look, there is a very annoyed-looking doctor staring across the table at you, like, it's not how medicine works. Says to a very bored-looking Eladrin, is like, yeah, no, sure, that's not how.
Got a problem, butt face.
Yeah.
Someone needs a bonk with the healing stick.
Oh, no, I've got a problem. You come, yeah. You want to go outside?
All right.
These two start walking out. Just as we're going, as we're transitioning into a combat. So, as we said, this is the imprisoned, not far from this place, is a snake woman whose name is Hera Vildi. If we're talking about little gifts, I'm a benefactor. I love my players. Does anyone possibly pick up on an anagram here, a little secret to the name?
I think I know the right one, but I'm going to let Sean give you the right one because he's clearly got it. But I think it's Pervy Lady. But the pervy is spelled with an I. Yes,
it is pervy lady as she stares through like, whoa, raccoons are going to fight. Sean, do you have an alternative?
I do. You've been referring to her as a snake woman, and this is in fact a synonym, Viper Lady.
Congratulations. Tell me enjoy your point of inspiration. You also, as that occurs to you in world, you also feel as if an elk might have kissed you on the forehead, and you have also been blessed with a point of inspiration. It's a unique experience. I
will endeavour not to forget to use it, like always happens in my game.
Yeah, I think you just need to put like a little clip of something, or just everyone in chat. It's not going to help, but just be like inspiration. They've got inspiration. That is actually, as you think about that, as the two raccoons go running outside.
Wow, Tom, we've been through this.
Sorry, Tanuki. He's he's weighing his little antler. He's weighing, like yourself, is problem being you've actually got proper antler. He's just put some sticks on a hat. As you go running outside. Anything else anyone else wants to do before these two have a scrap?
I'm picking up the chicken bowl and I'm following with a chair.
Cool. Jack, you have you stood up to get...
Oh yeah, stand up, pick the bowl up on one arm,
as you
chair
float,
in the other.
As you begin floating out. Karen.
I see Jack go, and I will kind of similarly sorry, and take the bowl of bread. I leave the sauce.
You take the entire basket of bread and walk out. As the butterflies follow you, Karen.
Cake and spider legs. I'm making a little sandwich.
As you make a sandwich, as you all head out into the grove. As Tony, as you're walking, sort of hurrying along, you feel someone say, "Hey, right, okay. So you got the shiny thing, right?"
Which one?
The Bramble reaches in and is holding a key at the end of a necklace. I mean, I had to get hit with a cup, but it's a good distraction. If you get hit, then people don't really pay attention where your hands are going.
Is it actually the key?
Certainly is a silver key.
Is it actually the key?
Do you want to take it?
Oh, give it here. Let me have a look.
Hold it.
I'm gonna lick it.
What chord does it taste like?
Yes. I heard there was a secret chord.
Lick it.
Yeah. You play a secret chord that pleased the Lord. Yeah. No. As you lick it, you get to have the moment of tasting the infinite possibilities of the universe.
Okay, here, have the thing.
Bramble takes the thing and just starts gnawing it. Right, thank you. Good biz. Just runs off.
Perfect.
gonna put it in my bag of holding.
You put it in your bag of holding. Your sack magic.
Tony's spangly sack.
Apologies. El Bandito's super duper sack. Yes, you're now outside. Sawbones, this sort of relatively skinny for Tanuki, really. Just yeah. You're not. Wait, no, it's not the problem. You're a dog. You're just rude. No, wait. I'm gonna bite you.
Okay.
Roll for L. I was about to say L Sawbones. That's a super duper secret. 5. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
3 points of piercing damage as a Tanuki just bites.
Ow! I didn't think you were actually gonna bite me properly.
Now,
you know you can do that without doing physical damage?
Now you bite me.
All right. I will.
Roll to bite.
I thought we were watching a fight, but I'm slightly concerned that this is some sort of courtship ritual now.
Yeah, I think we've watching the rock. Do you want some chicken?
No, you're right. Do you want some bread?
Yeah, go on then.
This is a non-nat 20 for an unarmed strike.
Yeah, roll your unarmed. Yeah.
Give me still a little time out. It's just going to set some music out.
I mean, it's just a 2 because I'm not strong.
That's fair. As you bite, what now follows? For those of you watching, also Karen, as you're playing, you can see the light, music. You know, it's like synesthesia. Again, something about the Feywild and music. There's that connection. As two Tanuki just start biting and rolling on top of each other. Whoever said that this seems a bit... Yeah, no, no. It's not so much aggressive now. It's playful, but let's see how...
There's nothing so beautiful as yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like we should avert our eyes, but...
I was just going to go back in.
You as you watch these two other people are coming out and seeing like leaves being thrown, that people are betting. Like, yeah, my money's on the bandit. Oh, well, you know, Sawbones does know it. Just starts biting your tail. Oh no, that's who I got it. Yes, if you can go back, you can see in the dusk, the rest of you, that she's wearing bright colours, that Gatecrasher is walking towards the prison.
Good. I'm guessing I would catch that.
Yeah.
I've got
she hasn't gone far. And
pretty
also you've
dang
got good sight, yeah.
very good dark vision.
Yeah.
Actually, is it getting a bit dark for everybody else?
Yeah. It's when you arrived, it had the dusk feel. It's night time. There's the light cast. Also, Georgie, you've got beautiful glowing butterflies around you. That's going to help with what you're going to attempt to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it goes without saying that I'm going to pass without a trace.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So yeah, I'll be at disadvantage, but with a plus 10.
Yeah, solid.
I'm just wondering. Who has dark vision?
I don't think I do.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, I do.
I do not.
I mean, you are part dog now, so no, it's the thing like cats don't have dark vision, but tabaxis do. It's the weirdness. Oh, because dogs don't exist in the Roll Together universe, but I mean, yeah, go on.
As an action, I can share my dark vision with 5 willing creatures within 10 foot. So can I stand somewhere that I can get all of my allies within the radius?
Yeah, that's no problem, yeah.
I am not counting Gatecrasher in that number.
Gatecrasher's at a distance.
Well,
yeah.
Right, you all now have 300 foot of dark vision.
All for the rest of you.
I can see.
Yeah. You have that moment.
Tanukis are suddenly blazoned in night
Yeah.
vision. Yeah. So this is obviously going to take me a couple of seconds to get everything up, but I will, as an action, share my dark vision. Then I will, as an action, cast Pass Without Trace. And I'm hoping that wasting those few seconds isn't going to lose me too much ground as I try and follow Gatecrasher.
You know where she's going, probably. Roll with disadvantage, roll stealth.
That I will do. Is that in the way of my computer screen, Kit Kat? Well, that was a 3 and a 5. Plus the 6, but plus the 10, so 19.
No, 19. Roll for that.
And if necessary, I can turn invisible for a turn.
I do not know how you managed to do it, considering you are surrounded by a bunch of glowing butterflies, but she is either ignoring you or she hasn't seen you. She seemed... Of course, she wears her sunglasses at night, so... yes, so she is managing to walk in the darkness.
I stand near people who have also ate whatever it was that gave me the butterflies.
The bread, yeah. So that's, yeah.
I mask my butterflies amongst other butterflies.
That's fair. Yes, you're now following her. Anyone else want to do anything, or we can... also, I'll tell you what, El Bandito, just roll D20. 4. It ends up with Sawbones sort of like slightly on top of you and growling like, yeah.
All right, we'll have grabbed him by the shoulders and gone, you ever seen a kangaroo here? But it's like in the middle of like biting and like, yeah, oh, you like that? You ever seen a kangaroo? Where did they go?
Different in the woods, yeah.
Which way?
The tail points in a direction.
Yeah. And they're scary, and they said, you're gonna kill the goddess. And then the snake lady looked unfortunate, and then she's gone, and then we didn't have a feast, and then you turned up.
Wait. Say the important part slower and clearer.
He tries to bite your throat, and I think you have to do a little bit.
No. Enough. We can finish this later, but tell me the important thing once more, because you said it really mumbly, and the internet is not great.
I mean, the internet's doing its job. Right, I'm literally 2 feet away from you. Right, so, okay, so Kenku in a mask turned up with the snaky lady, although she doesn't want you to know she's a snaky lady. She wants
No,
to
we
have
know
secrets.
she's a snaky lady. It's fine.
Okay, I didn't give away a secret. That's good. Hippopotamus oath.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
not.
And then snaky lady tried to corrupt the goddess. But then Kenku went into the woods.
Again, points with his tail rather than with his claws.
Gun. Because I know that because I'm sneaky and I was watching. I'm not sneaky as Bramble, but I'm working on it.
You're real great.
Thank
What
you.
did the mask look like?
It was big.
It's sort of like, again, now he's using his paws.
Big, taking up most of the Kenku's body, and it was made of bronze, and it had markings around the mouth that looks like something that's gone stabby into the mouth. And I was like, that's cool. And then I was like, I don't want to wear it. It's probably horrible. You get that feeling when you look at something, you're like, oh, that's bad.
I think halfway through him rambling, Tony's just gone from like, this has been a fun, bitey time to great. I've got the information I need. I'm just going to try and kick him off and then start toddling in the direction of Karen and Jack.
Just make a shove attack. Just.
That's a nat 20 on the dice.
I'm happy to just go. You just flip him head over.
Okay, great, thanks. We'll catch up with this. We'll carry on with this later. Bye.
Soulbone's blasting off again!
It goes further than that should have. And someone
In
just.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. Yay, God!
I think he had some of the chicken.
Yeah, to be fair, unlike El Bandito, he has been eating everything. Also, just as it lands, beard of moss. Yeah, someone doesn't even try and catch him. Sawbones just goes flying away and back in, and then scuttles away. Yeah, no, you've got your information. You're able to go back to your party. Yes, so, Georgie. Sneaky Georgie. Somehow being able to... I'm almost feeling like the butterflies get what you're going for a little bit, and light dims. You pass without trace. Gatecrasher walks back to the prison. You see Pera. All right, so what you wanted to have a word with me? This is... None of us want this to happen. That's not completely true, is it? No, well, I don't want this to... I know my associate tried, but if you tell me where your boss is, then we can get this finished and no one gets hurt. No one gets hurt here. We just need to resolve it. It's just for the sake of the multiverse, for the people who are getting hurt. Did he try and convince you to go to therapy? He said he didn't think it would help me. Pera is really... I mean, we're both victims of this whole thing. Hey, we're victims of the boss. They let you go back, right? After... Because you did your time. Because you helped the gatecrashers, they let you go back, and... I would like a reprieve. I don't... No, of course you have that within your power. Go on. You contact your bosses and you tell them I've turned traitor, and then maybe they'll let me wear the ridiculous robes. How's that sound? Two snakes in the grass, eh? Right. Sure. I'll have a word with the boss, my boss, and we'll see what we can do. Pera's sort of like, as gatecrashers starting to turn. They're gonna kill you. You know that. Once you've done this, they're gonna kill... I don't know why I even asked. They're not gonna listen to you. I'd like to believe in the goodness of this group, this society, of... Because of people like you, maybe there is a corruption in it, and maybe we can work together. Ever since the Keysmith was killed, after the followers are gone, then because of your people, maybe there is a corruption. And whatever you did to the to Gestures makes antlers, take that out of his head. He doesn't deserve that. Oh, we didn't put that in there. Just it's part of him now. You go talk to your boss, and then we'll talk again. Gatecrasher turns, starts walking away. Walks past you, Georgie. Doesn't react.
Rude.
Do you say rude?
Yeah, I think so. Turn invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, walks past. Walks past Georgie. Walks back to where you three are standing. Right. I tried to get the information out of the prisoner.
Which information?
Trying to find out where we need to go next.
Oh, that way.
Look. Right. How did you find that out, El Bandito? Did you?
Bite fight.
Oh, bite fight. No, okay.
Sawbones is like, then she threw me. And they're like, yes, Sawbones, we were there. We all saw it. I like her. Shut up. Just go try and cure trenchfoot or something. I think the solution is more water. Runs off. Okay. Bite fight. Great. So just walked into the woods?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, last time, I was able to sense the opening where the portal was. So I guess, I mean, you all where's Georgie gone?
Oh, I'm right here.
With Bertel, right?
He's been here the entire time.
Yeah, well, I'm banditoed.
Yeah. All right. I mean, do we? You're feeling restored after your meal?
I'm making a featherful crown for another snake.
Gatecrasher has slightly sort of knelt down a little bit, so is making her hair more accessible to you. While she's trying to give let's get down to business. But it's the snake is still getting a flower crown. Okay, so we walk into the woods. We try and find magic in the Feywild, and then we go on to the next world. Anything? I mean,
I need to say goodbye to people before we
say,
go, but
yeah,
I'm good to. I actually have a question, Tom. Did
Yeah.
Her Majesty Sturshka speak to Karen? Look at Karen at all during the meal?
Not yet. That's gonna definitely has looked at Karen and has, again, that's sort of the weirdness of like a deer like squinting its eyes and being like, nonsense, Fey nonsense, but extra. Yes. But yes, Gatecrasher is very much like, yes, of course, you all go say goodbye to your new friends, and then we'll set off.
Are you okay, Gatecrasher?
Of course I am.
Oh, good. You just looked a bit flustered in the Feywild.
Boo, who don't say the names.
Don't give the names power.
Yes, you go.
Summon it back to the stream if you say it 3 times.
You will summon all sorts of horrible things.
I've just noticed I have purify food and drink. I didn't have to have butterflies at all.
Did you cast purify food and drink, do you think?
No, not at all.
No, but
I implicitly trusted everything.
Well, good. And that will get you very far here in the Fae. Good to know for future, though. Yes, you are. Yes, El Bandito. Do you want to try and push Karen towards?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab Karen's hand and say, "Hi, I'm gonna say goodbye to Mother now, but you should come with me."
Okay. Karen's being led off. Jack, what are you doing?
I'm still eating chicken. That's the big thing. I'm just watching everything that's happening, trying to stay out of trouble. I've already caused a bit of trouble, and I don't want to end up having to fight somewhere that I don't need to fight.
Great. Georgie. Yeah. Georgie, sort of standing there as you're waiting, you actually just hear a voice next to you going, do you have a moment, Georgie?
Yeah, of course. This is Gatecrasher, is it?
No.
No, it's not.
You look over. It's like you've been teleported. There is dust. There is an unmitigating sky, a large bone where skeletons just quietly sitting, and gestures.
Right. Okay. I come and sit down.
You sit down next to the skeleton. As I said, male humanoid is wearing the emblem of Helm around his neck. How are things, Georgie? Says Gavron.
You know, same old.
You
You invoked the name of the boneyard when you arrived, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, that's. I think we knew that was coming, didn't we? We'd done our research. We knew that whoever killed the Bone Lord would
become
yeah.
the Lord.
I hoped by giving it to the Fae, they might do something about it. Actually,
Is that the plan, Georgie? To pass it on to someone else?
I hadn't thought of it like that. I just thought they might be able to fix it.
The weirdness of a skeleton putting its hand on his shoulder. It's a problem, old friend. No one is in charge, and various forces, the various evil forces, I would say, would love to have a land full of the dead. You need to think what you want to do. Do you want to cast off? Do you want to come back and reclaim it when you're done? Or what punishment do you think these people deserve, if any?
The one's trying to take over the boneyard.
There are forces, devils, dark creatures, a vampire lord attempting to get through the mists. He claims to know a lot about mists. He's sent envoys who then, of course, are stuck here. But the fact you got out is, well, it's your realm, isn't it? You get to move as you please. But I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm not. Of course, I would never tell you what to do. But I would advise, now you have taken the name of the Bone Lord, to consider your actions. Who were your friends? Do you assign your friends to this place? There's ancient magics here, Georgie. Ones that, of course, I wouldn't know about. But you hear. I miss you, as well.
Yeah, I miss you too.
Thank you.
The world's been lacking in flavour since you left.
Yes, I've been hearing that you've been you had a feast in the Feywild. I'm sure you tried the finest cakes and why. I'm jesting, of course. Would you?
I just kind of flick away some butterflies.
Skeletal butterflies now. They're still glowing, but a consideration, Georgie. Now you've taken the title, you have to be aware of the power that comes from names, especially in the Fae. Maybe it is worth asking if you wish to have this burden removed from your shoulders. Maybe there is. You may ask a god.
Nah.
No?
I'll be coming back. You just hold the fort, yeah?
A skeleton, You're a good man, Georgie. This place, I will prepare anything you'd like us to prepare for you. I believe people were trying to build a town at one point. Anything like that?
What do you want? I'm not the boss here.
I've gestures down to a skeleton. You sort of are, but yes, we will make this a place of honor, a good place.
All right.
We will drive back any dark forces. I just thought it was worth me check.
Start with the temple to Elm. Work outwards from there.
Absolutely, can do. And like that, it drops away. The mist goes.
Bollocks.
Snap cut. The table is being cleared after the meal. El Bandito, you are leading your friend in. Various people sort of acknowledge. You do hear her. Yeah, no, she sort of just threw the doctor through the air. He's probably
yeah, I did that.
Hey. Hey, just that slightly dude, bro. Yeah. You sort of walking back. Are you heading to the quarters of Stelshka?
Yes.
As you saw that, you're getting to the door. Twist is sort of sitting quietly outside the door and sort of looks. Hello, El Bandito and Karen. Good to
My name's
see you.
Karen. Hi.
Hey. Thanks for again. Looks. You already know you shouldn't be giving your real name. There's something else going. We haven't got. How can we help you?
Oh well, we've got to go. So I thought maybe we could say goodbye.
Oh no. You if you want to go talk to the goddess, that's sure.
What's wrong, Twist?
What was your version of the goddess like?
Loving to me, but a little jaded. There was some bitterness. She was real cross at the captain for leaving.
She's not happy with the captain here. You got him.
Like I said, sounded like a real asshole.
So there's a war going on, and the captain thought it was only right that we helped people. He went off, and he says something in Sylvan, which I think both do you both speak Sylvan? Yeah.
Theoretically,
I'm happy. He says it's something like, and then the captain was felled by a statue. But both of you have spent time in other places, and especially Tony. Statue is the word that they were using in the Fae for it's a creature made of something other than wood or flesh, which is animated. It
like
could
a stone golem or a giant.
Something like that, or more to your interests, something mechanical.
Oh.
So you probably have there was various prophecies made in the Fae, which stated that Jacktion or Pip would be killed by a statue. It seems that has come to pass, but it's not necessarily a statue. It is something animated, which is, and so she's closed. The fact that you managed to, two different farces managed to get in is, she's grieving, and she's happy to see you. Less happy when you informed her that your universe, it all went and crapped itself, but so it goes, right?
You need to work on your defenses here, because there's a war going on, but there's also a Tarask. So that's what you need to be prepared for, because at the moment, no one knows which multiversal plane it's on, and it could come here too. And I would like to come back here once I'm done saving everyone. So, make sure it's still here, okay?
Sure. I mean, lifts up his rabbit paws. I'll do what I can. I
don't mean you fight it. I mean, talk to people. Rally. Form an army. Organize. You're an organizer. Organize this place.
Reaches in, pulls out a little notebook. Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Right. Taps on the wood behind, which slightly you both walk in.
You really should be nicer to your multiverse little brother. As I say that, yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you wait? Who are you referring to? Are you referring to Twist or the Doctor?
The Twist.
Oh, okay, Twist. I was nice.
Yeah, but he's a little brother, so you have to be really nice to them until they learn how to be people.
Yeah, I suppose it does seem like he's not quite. Twist was he? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
He does seem like he's not fully people yet, doesn't he? I wish I don't have time to stay here and teach him, you know? Like in another lifetime.
Well, save the world and you can come back.
Well, I hope so.
You entered into basically a bedroom. There is a large ornate. Everything here is like formed out of the wood, rising up. There is a bed with a canapé. A canapé. There's also like a little thing of food at the side.
Just a vol au vent on the top.
Little salmon. Again, sort of a little dressing table. I'm saying this. It's all built for someone who is probably maybe about 8 foot. Sort of. It's up for. Especially for El Bandito, you're quite small. You'd have to scramble. You come in, and as you sort of turn, there is an 8-foot woman, very long, silvery white hair, that sort of immortal youngness that the elves have. She's wearing a dressing gown, sort of, again made of beautiful like leaves, and is just sort of. Shuts some parchment, puts it aside. Ah, yes. No. I assume you've come to say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Got a multiverse to save.
That's a shame. I mean, sort of just. Well, you're always my If you wanted to come back, there's always a space at my table for you, El Bandito.
We'll just go up and give her like a hug again. Just bury my face in it.
She picks you up and lifts you up to her chest and holds you. And then sort of looks over. Just holding on tight. Looks over at you, Ken.
I'm Mrs. El Bandito's mum.
Thank you. Yes, I'll take that. The warmth that is coming out. I believe my daughter, the kiss mark grows. This blessing is sinking in. My daughter informs me that you have a visitor, someone traveling within you. Actually, can I interest you in a drink, maybe?
Okay.
No, nothing. No trickery here. Just what would you like? And looks down it. And what would you like, my dear?
You got anything that smells like petrol? It's been a while.
Like again, when you're holding a baby, like with one arm, the other hand, and you, my friend, what would you like? Squid, do you want to drink petrol?
I do want to drink petrol.
Yes, I don't drink petrol, kids.
Do it, because the Fae told you. Yes, she waves. There's just now 2 little shot glasses of. To be fair, you said you wanted something that smelled like petrol. There's the smell of petrol from these 2 colourful glasses, but it's not. It looks dark red. Maybe it's wine. A goblet appears in her hand. She's like, that certainly is pungent.
It's all we had to drink for a while.
Oh.
In the Tarrasque-verse.
Oh, yes. No, I wasn't eavesdropping, but I hear a lot of things. You were saying that you're worried the Tarrasque's going to come here.
Well, yeah, we were traveling with a gatecrasher for a little while. The gatecrasher, basically, we put the silver key in its belly, and it warped out somewhere else. So we got rid of it, but it probably went somewhere else, and we think that it's a lot. And I really don't think we're gonna solve all this in an episode and a half, Mother. But
stroking that. I mean, a lot can happen in an episode and a half, but no. I mean, maybe things will resolve itself, or a lot can happen, but no. Trask, yes. I've been isolationist. I mean, you managed to get in, and the prisoner managed to get in, but maybe it is worth us having a conversation to try and protect ourselves from a Trask.
I would advise it.
I appreciate your guidance. Right.
I will cast guidance as well.
I got a 7. I now feel like I can really talk to people. Yes. You don't know. Okay. Difficult conversations. Karen. Pauses. Your actual name, correct?
Yes.
And yet there doesn't. Someone's protecting you. You, yes.
I mean, my mum said that she loved me very much and have lots of fun on my adventures. And then Dad said, don't go do anything silly like wandering into a fey court and falling in love with an archfey and then being stuck there forever. And I went, okay. And then my aunt says, and don't make any deals with anyone else. Actually, why don't you make a deal with me? And then you can go around and have fun. And then I was like, okay. And then I went and then I travel everywhere and I make new friends. And I met Miss El Bandito, and she's very smart and she's very cool and she's got really nice things about her. And I think that she is a great leader. And sometimes she gets bitey and throw things, but that's just a natural flaw, and everybody has that. And that's what makes her even more perfect, because she understands that about herself, and that turns her into a really interesting, well-rounded person. Tanuki.
Sturshka's been nodding this entire time. Nodded rather intensely with, sometimes you need to bite people. Which, for those of you who have been following the adventures of Nutmeg, sometimes you do just need to bite someone. No, okay. And now, again, this isn't... The multiverse isn't my field of expertise. We are aware of other worlds, other realms. I am also, as a goddess, aware of other versions of myself, avatars splitting off. So I know that this one is telling the truth, and I can sense the companionship and the love that comes from an alternate version of me taking care of her, and that duty now falls upon me. I think you, in traveling across the worlds, have come across something very similar to, well, the thing that I was attacked a couple of days before you arrived by the prisoner who we are going to execute, and we realized that it missed. It didn't infect me. Maybe the intention wasn't too true. A very similar thing inside of you as might be inside of this, but different, a alternate version. You're not planning to kill me, are you?
Do you want me to?
I think you would have a lot of issue, especially with your leader, if you tried to... No, I'd only do it if you specifically, in your right mind, repeatedly over a period of time, asked me to. In writing. Otherwise, why? In writing, you say? Okay.
Eric, I'll read.
Yeah. Just been given a book that's like, I think this is telling me to start a revolution. Thank you. Thank you. I'll bear that in mind. That's no, I don't want you to kill me. Okay. Sort of gestures. I'm not corrupted. You can see it in the eyes. I know the prisoner likes to hide it. The yellow corruption. No. El Bandito has asked me to try and help you with this. Your passenger. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Oh, the mean one who tells me about books. And makes me slap people.
Yes.
What do you mean? No one makes me do things. I'm very good at being not made to do things.
I suppose it's the fact that it's not really a charm, is it? It's just a voice in your head that tells you to do things. That's a problem. Says the voice in your head.
Depends on what you define as a problem. Is it a problem or is it an opportunity that we haven't addressed yet?
That's why I like you. We're working through some things. Look, Karen. Can I call you Karen?
That's my name.
Well, don't wear it out. I apologise. I shouldn't have made you resort to violence. I didn't. You don't know who's listening, and you know that one was running her mouth off a bit. And I apologise. I hope that your hand heals.
Are you bird person? Are you bird person, or are you a different person?
Oh no. The bird person is currently carrying a version of me around in her head, and that's making her want to spread the corruption. I'm actually very nice once you get to know me.
Okay. So I'm mad at you.
Me, yes.
Yes.
I apologise. I
You really need to take care of your hench people better. Be aware, everything Karen says is out loud.
Yes, that's fair. But El Bandito, Sturshka is also just sort of like staring and then sort of looks down at you and is like,
This is the thing. This is it.
Right. Just let him work it through. Oh, well, you know, it's not really my hench people. It's a version.
Well, no, you can say, if your subordinates hench people are doing things, then you as the bigger boss are responsible for those subordinates. That's how it works.
I tell you what, why don't we find Little Miss Shattered Vase, or whatever she's calling herself, and then you can say that to her, and I'll say that to me, and we'll try and smush us together, and then we'll have a real chinwag, a real resolving of issues. Does that sound good to you?
It's a start.
Good. Nice to work through it. Yes, but ideally, I can't do that if you get me ripped out of you at this moment. So you say whatever you want to the goddess over there, and then we can go work with the key that's currently in the pocket of that Tanuki. Oh.
Why do you want to be in me? That feels like a weird level of intimacy I haven't explicitly agreed to.
Consent is very important. It wasn't among my people, but that's actually a very good point. That was I sort of ended up like, you know, sort of like when you go to another place and then you're like accidentally. I'm a disease, Karen, and the result of you traveling the multiverse and traveling through, especially into the current realm you're in, talking to that gate crasher, and now I'm stuck behind your eyes. I'll tell you what.
Would you like to go to a theme park instead and maybe eat some s'mores? That feels like more fun.
Yes, I would. Rather than having... I'll tell you what, but why don't me and you... I mean, rather than having to go fight anyone, me and you could just go to a theme park and ride the roller coaster. How's that sound?
I'm in the middle of convincing people to go to therapy. When that's done...
Fair enough. I love the idea of setting boundaries. You're a very healthy person, Karen.
My dad says so.
Your dad's very wise.
He is.
Now, you better say, well, you've been speaking this out loud. The deer's been staring at you this entire time.
Oh, that's entirely on purpose.
Good. It's good to be able to narrate. Anyway, I'll just feed off the memory you have of, I don't know, that wine. I'll just live in that memory for a bit and talk to you in a bit.
Finger guns.
Was that it? What's going on, Karen?
Oh, Roy says, please don't take me out because otherwise I can't go and resolve my own personal issues and work on boundaries. And also, I would like to be yelled at for being mean to my hench people, but I can't do that yet unless I'm in the right place at the right time.
Did they say what the right place and the right time would be?
We have to go find Bird Lady, broken teeth Bird Lady, and
Broken
then
glass.
and say, oh no, you need to be a better person. Apparently she's quite nice. And then we yell at head voice, and then head voice goes, okay, I don't want to do mean things anymore, and then we go to Disneyland.
Oh, I hear it's nice this time of year.
They've changed the ride to make it more skeletal. It does sound. I get in free. Goddess pass. Looks that we'll go around theme parks when you come back. Yay!
Can I, Nat?
Yes.
Invoke please fill in the logic that Tony would get based on listening to what Karen said out loud and what Karen has just said now.
Sure.
Do I actually trust what's going on, or
what do you?
not?
You've talked to the voice in the head. It's smarmy.
It was not fun.
No. I mean, not to meta what you just heard, there's a constant smirk behind it.
Yeah.
Where, from what you're picking up, there's the level of like, yes, this makes sense. Reunite the two aspects, the two versions. And something certainly will happen. And then Karen started talking about going on rides. So you get the feeling where you're just like, yeah, okay, El Bandito's smart, and you're just going, yeah, you can't, to be honest, you can't con a con. Something's going on here. There's extra.
It's basically, I'm trying to figure out, but I'm completely thrown by Karen just being wonderfully distracted.
Yeah.
Did we get the impression that reuniting the two parts of this, whatever this entity is, would actually be a good thing, or would be a terrible thing that we need to avoid?
I think that really depends on your morals. Something certainly will happen, whether it's good or bad, really depends. It would be a change. You got to feel that this, like, the worst thing that is this thing, the head voice has done is slapped a snake and then just been really smarmy. The thing that Broken Glass has done is killing people, corrupting them, destroying, basically, promising werewolf Jakarth ultimate power. Karen hasn't thrown yellow nonsense at anyone, so maybe it's I realize as time's going and as two of our players sit in another room, maybe it's something that I would also put on the table, that you've got another party member who is very, very involved in everything that's happening and is also very much lying to you the entire time. So if that's something you want to yell at one of your party members about, that might unlock something, especially considering you're holding a very big bartering chip in your pocket, which Karen has now been told about, but doesn't seem to care, which is good. And I love
Standard Karen.
Yeah. You are now thinking about funnel cakes, and if you're going to be able to fit ears over your antlers, there's a lot going on in that little head of yours.
It was now. I know what I is Kevin focused on. I know that I will remember what the bargaining tip is. I can't remember what it is right now. That's why I was speaking out loud, so for other people to try and do the thinking for me.
It's not a bad way of doing it. Especially with Tony, who is very smart. Yes, so in answer to your question, chaos.
Good.
Yeah. It certainly would change the status quo and would be throwing a chaotic entity against. Could be an ally, could be an enemy. Unlikely that they're going to ally, but
Who knows?
What do you think, Mother? What can you see? Is it fixable? Will he live?
Yes. Make an insight roll.
That is a nat 1 plus 5 for a 6.
Why would your mother ever lie to you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Everything's going to be beautiful. Nothing will hurt. Yeah. It's great. Reunite the two sides, and you get to go to a theme park.
Oh, okay. Sure. It's gonna be fine, Karen. Come on then.
Sure. Okay. I don't think they're very trustworthy, but I don't think anybody is, really.
No, I'm very confused by the whole thing.
No.
Mm.
It's all right. We'll kick all of their asses together.
Okay. Maybe we should talk to Georgie and Jakar and have a group conversation.
Georgie's really great at seeing and hearing everything, so
I know.
he probably even heard this, even though we didn't know he was there. He was probably here the entire time.
It wasn't, but
Georgie, you weren't, but you know, who knows? You're hearing all other sort of Feywild gossip. You two, El Bandito, you get another little kiss on the head. Karen, you get an appreciative nod. Did either of you go for the drink?
Yes.
It's like it is like a dark red wine, but like someone's put like petrol around the side. So you've both now, if you're drinking, have got a little bit of petrol on your hands. It's but you're not actually drinking petrol. You're not that chaotic. Yes, you exit. You go past Twist, who is now on like page 20 of his notebook. He's just been writing. He seems to be planning. Sort of looks up. I'll start the diplomacy. You
got this, pal.
Steshka's blessing upon you both. You exit. You're back with these two. Gatecrasher, who's been like, I'm not used to working in a team like this. This is it's taking too long. I'm getting out.
No, you're right. I agree. Honestly, in the interest of moving things forwards, I think we've all been a bit untrustworthy and a bit cagey about things. So here's the lay of the land. I think that there's something in Karen's head that may be dangerous, but maybe not. I've got your silver key. I want you to be extremely honest with us about everything else that's going on. Georgie, do you what else have you been picking up on while you're here? Because I know you're listening to everything.
Oh. All right then. Well, so I'm well aware that Gatecrasher, you've had conversations with someone back at HQ, which seemed to be some sort of tension there. I've picked up on it. I thought it was a bit of a romantic tension, but it didn't seem to be entirely reciprocated on your part. To be quite honest, I'm having a hard time working out whose side you're on, because it seems like at one point you was working with the ones we're trying to fight. Now you're back with this team. At least that's what Perivildi seemed to say to you when you went over to the cage. Did I leave anything out?
No, I think that's pretty much everything. Fair enough.
What's in my head is basically wants to go in either. Well, it's fine with me, and it just says mean things, but it's causing Bird Person to be bad, and then it wants to get together with Bird Person, and then I feel that if we do it right, it will be okay, but if we don't do it right the way it might, then it's going to be very bad. And you're very guilty about things, and you shouldn't be. You seem like a decent person just doing bad things, and Snake Lady was being mistreated, and everyone's just being mean to each other.
When you say gets together with Bird Lady, what exactly do you mean? Is this like some sort of tete-a-tete talk to each other? Or?
They gonna bite each other?
Is this a get together in the way that Jack's been getting together?
Maybe.
It's not unlike the way that Jack's been dealing with his issues. I assume that's why they sent for you. I assume this is also why someone went for Karen. Georgie, I'm going to be honest, I don't know. And El Bandito, I would have thought was a mistake, but I'm going to just prepare yourself for this. She removes her glasses. Yeah, as you also... That's it. You two cover. Jack, are you...
You look over at Jack, and Jack is sitting in his chair and is covered head to toe in the butterflies because he's been eating Georgie's bread. Completely covered, head to toe.
There's just a glowing light. Georgie, are you looking away?
I don't entirely trust her, but also I'm guessing that there is a reason for her taking her sunglasses off, so I don't.
Okay, so as two of the party hide their faces, a big ball of light and look, they are her eyes, snake-like, but are yellow. And she's... I was part of the Broken Keys, which was the name of the group of assistants who turned against the gatecrashers. Broken Glass, who was furious at the death of her love, decided to take them down. And as you're seeing, not a good group in the but what Broken Glass was doing was to break things in order to make herself feel better, to punish the gatecrashers, and to find a version of the one she loved and to bring him back. But of course, in doing that, it wasn't delicate, it wasn't safe. She found this mask, which seems to be connected to the god, which now seems to be in Karen's head. I was infected. And Fall of Light Snow loves me and is an idiot for it because I'm not safe. And rather than after the group was taken down, she seems to be, she's not quite having a panic attack, but a lot's working for it. I'm scared. And my redemption was to try and fix things, to help people. And the first mission I'm sent on is to reconfront the person who also started getting in my head and telling me what to do. And pointing at the eyes, I'm also... She talked about them using a weapon. And I think I know what that might be.
Oh, great, because I was going to ask you about that.
I think it really does connect to you, El Bandito.
How is it the Tarask?
You know how difficult the Tarask is.
Ugh.
If you can get it to stay in the same plane and to unleash, to stop Broken Glass, to deal with me, this impossible person, a mass serial killer. Georgie, I don't know. I assume it's something to do with being the Lord of Dread that you are. And and to be honest, Tony, the person that you have replaced, I hear, was monstrous and also knew a lot about the multiverse. I don't know. I am full of doubt.
So you reckon that the Gatecrashers' ultimate plan is to unleash a Tarask on Broken Glass?
Broken Glass is destroying universes. And Gatecrashers have the ability to cut off interplanar travel after. I believe also that happened with you, Tony, with your gatecrasher, who then sealed that plane off so no one can get to it. To send us in, to trap us with a Tarask, and okay, maybe Broken Glass survives, but a Tarask is going to wipe through whoever. That's what I think. I don't know who gives these orders. It's not Keeper. Keeper. I know Keeper's not an easy person, but Keeper's not bad. Keeper wouldn't sacrifice us. I hope, and if.
But it just doesn't make sense. Like you've not had time to catch up to Broken Glass yet, so you've not had a chance to actually try and stop them. Why try and use the nuclear option before you've even tried rockets?
You should put that on a t-shirt.
Remind me to explain what rockets are to the rest of you later.
Yeah, no, it's just like, I know, but yes, no.
I don't know. That Sawbones mentioned earlier.
Kinda.
When you go flying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that, like whiz bangs. Yes, Karen.
Oh, I can wait for the jokes to finish first.
No, it's.
You asked why not to do it. That person who's in charge, maybe they don't want to. They don't want to save people. They don't want things to be okay. They want you to stop asking questions. They want to call. When you have a plant and it's got a disease, you take it off. You take off the disease part, you cut it down, and you hope the plant grows again. And that's good. But if you try and over-decide, and you decide the plant has a disease before it might have, then you can just kill the plant. And then you take it out and you replace what's new. This analogy might be going ahead of both me, but basically, someone's trying to go and replant. And I don't even think that there was a disease there to start off with, apart from the gardener themselves.
Wow. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No. Shit. Yeah. No. Maybe, Karen. That's quite astute. Well said. She just sits down and just like, I don't know what to do. Pulls up the snakes, just full on. Oh, God.
I mean, I've got 4.
Yeah.
So your option was to use your silver keys to, what? Find Broken Glass, all of us go in, you seal it off, and then we're all there trapped with the Tarask, yes?
No, Yes, I think my plan was, my orders were to get us there to seal off the plane, to stop Broken Glass from being able to travel. I don't know, but now from what I'm being told, if they're going to send the Tarask in as we seal it in, trapping us in. I like you all. I know that's stupid. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill anyone. I just...
Not what stupid. If, we're very lovable.
Yeah.
What if instead of, the silver key option of locking us all away, what if the plane that you went to happened to be located somewhere where the Lord was benevolent and would let you lot all go? Just leave, said Lord in with the Tarask and the Broken Glass. Should, diplomacy not work?
Georgie, what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we try and find a way to get Broken Glass and the Tarask to the domain of Dread, the Boneyard. And I can let you lot all out.
Yeah, but what about you?
I can't die in a boneyard.
Huh. You can't. Interesting.
Domain of Dread. Negotiation. Kill Tarask. Save broken glass. Union. Profit.
Profit.
Yeah, see, I was going to suggest we try and get broken glass and use the silver key to take broken glass back to what's your name again? Gatecrasher HQ, and find the big boss and put them in a room together. But actually, this way we actually get to try and take out the Tarask as well.
Dorothea. My name's Dorothea. It's Dottie. Dodie to some. I don't want to. It's easier.
I'm just going to smack her on the top of the head. Why would you say that out loud in the Feywild, you idiot?
You hear a voice in your head. Oh, don't worry, dear. I'm not gonna invoke that on her. She's been through enough. No, it's fun. It's fun to have a lot of voice. I know. We're talking a lot about different people having different voices in their heads, but you're doing great. Just don't worry. I'll make it just slightly. You see, like Gatecrasher's eyes. She forgot she did that. It's fine. The rest of you have heard her real name, but yeah. It's just you all do have hey, you've got a silver key and you've got her real name, so well, half of it, but okay. So we find a way of dragging broken glass into the boneyard, and then
release a Tarask into the boneyard.
How do we get it there? Do we just call it? Anyone got any Tarask snacks?
I don't really understand how it works.
If you're just gonna throw some beans at it. Okay.
I'd like to try and save broken glass if we can, because the mean voice said that broken glass would have been nice without the mean voice. So if we can try and separate.
That sounds good.
Then we can. And if not, then we yell at her a lot. And then maybe shoot her.
I resent being called the mean voice. I know I shouldn't be.
You're mean.
I'm not mean. I'm charming.
You need, communication lessons.
It's true. I really do. You're going to teach me, friend. You're going to teach me how to be charming and lovely like you.
We'll go to improv school together.
It sounds good. We'll have a big game of zip zaps. Yes, that sounds marvelous. I know it's not my you're watching as Karen's eyes are slightly jittering. I know it's not my place. I think this sounds like a solid plan. Make use of all the little it sounds rather like a little bit of a trick as well, and I like that. Yes. Yeah.
Karen do that a lot. Say to Tony.
Oh, this is his thing now. This is what we were talking about. He's got a god, part of a god in his head.
Okay,
Person.
you and me together. You don't, and then we'll. No end of the world, so no being mean. Improv school and fun party times.
The more I can do to stop the world from ending, the better. I have no intention of ending the world or causing great... Roll an Arcana roll.
Okay, Arcana. Is Arcana about being smart? Yes. Okay, I rolled well.
No.
Okay, no, that's fine. I rolled well. To start off with, I just have to minus from it. So 18. I rolled well.
You sort of realise that the voice has been talking to you, but hasn't been talking to you in, common. It's like it's speaking to you, and it's being translated. And the word that it says is the voice says, I have no intention of causing the end of the world apocalypse. It doesn't say that. It says Ragnarok.
Ooh. I'm not smart sometimes, but you're not either.
Now it's just enough for you to just go, oh, now I've got a word in my head.
I'm saying that directly to the face.
Yeah. Oh no, that's hey, I am a tricky son of a bitch. And okay, some versions of me are more evil, but some versions of me are utterly charming and lovely, and I'm one of those. You can trust me as far as that one can throw an alternate version of themselves.
She can throw pretty far. She's very strong and capable.
She's very talented. I'm very glad that she came along on our little party.
Cool. We're gonna stop Ragnarok, guys.
Which, yeah. And on that... I think at that point, as you say that, you just hear a voice just saying, "I don't think you are, actually," which, for those of you who have heard the voice in the head, very similar. As you watch as a portal starts opening behind, and walking out is an absolutely huge suit of armor, dented, cracked visor, and riding, sort of like hanging off the shoulder, is a small black bird with a large mask. Stitches are in the mask, and the mask says, "Hello there. I heard that you were looking for me, so I just thought I'd speed things up a bit. Gatecrasher, always a displeasure. Your suit of armor gestures. Would you like to come through this and we can get the end of the world on the road, hey? Finger guns." And on that note, we go to the end of the show. Thank you everyone very much for joining us for a evening of basically everyone having a lovely meal. Nothing big happened, and as we said, we got an episode. We can resolve the end of the world. Now, if you have enjoyed watching us, we do play every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. GMT BST to 10 p.m. Well, no, why does it say 10 p.m.? 9. What is time? No one will tell me. Anyway, if you do also enjoy on Fridays, 6 to 7 in the PM, GMT, BMT, we have either Talk Together, where we talk to various people from the TTRPG world, or Talking as a Free Action, in which, as I've said, 4/5 of this group take people through horrible dungeons. They have lovely time. Inadvertently now, I'm just putting more plot into mine because I can't help myself. So all our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and almost directly afterwards you can find our VODs. And a couple of days later on the YouTube of Roll Together RPG, you can find videos. We're also available as a podcast. Unfortunately, if you are listening to a podcast, you have missed a lot of face acting and a lot of costume work. Now, a big thank you to all our supporters and our sponsors, and most of all to the D20 Club on Patreon. This is where we all do the heart thing, which I can't do. Yes, thank you. As 3/5 to the saddest violin. For one of your local currency or a goat, whatever is worth more, you can keep the lights on for us. Once again, available social media. Whatever social media is out there, we try and be on it, especially whatever Twitter is this month. So thank you very much for joining us. Please do come back next week, where we basically just let these guys beat up on a robot, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Have a good one, folks. See you soon.